Where have you been? Where have you been all my life? Come on, we need you here. Please join us. As that came out my mouth, I'm thinking that's a little bit accusatory. I don't know if that's the right word for it this time
How
of the
to
morning.
start up a Monday.
Yeah, exactly.
Coming
It's
at the
okay.
people.
You can do whatever you want. You can go back to bed if you want to. No, this is going to be a show you do not want to miss. It's going to be inspired,
Yes,
and I'm inspired to see the two of you.
Yeah, for it.
Joburg,
Riley.
it was great, but I missed you.
We missed you. It
Welcome
was
back
not
home,
the
bro.
same without you. But Zanele, of course, held down the fort with me. I think we should have another show where the girls just take over. Give you guys
I
a rest.
agree.
You
No,
worked
We're
too
not complaining.
hard.
We're not complaining. We're in good hands. Indeed. I loved it. I loved everything about Friday. But we're back to Monday and back with some big show antiques, big dreams, and big ambitious stuff happening right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And it gets so incredible because dreams are happening live right here, right now. And I'm here for it, right?
Oh my goodness, Reach for a Dream is going to be joining us in studio today. All I'm saying is that grab the tissues. You're about to be inspired. And Gray, you and I need to have a whole box with us because...
Oh, yeah, no, it's already
aren't
started
we?
because I started revisiting some of the stories that we've been lucky enough to connect to in the past. And, you know, our life plays out in these big moments and then in these little moments that become so big. And there's something about what Reach for a Dream do where they just understand the power of a moment for the right person at the right time. It's just amazing. We get to plug into that today. So if your cup was kind of running low this morning, don't worry. We will fill it right back up.
Yeah, it's a Monday motivation like no other. And thank you for joining us on this Feel Good morning.
Now, obviously, we always want to get you involved on our mornings. And this morning is like no other. Obviously, we're saying good morning to you, Mzansi. And with, obviously, final exams just around the corner,
you're gonna go there,
our question is, what's your secret to staying focused? Now, a daily routine, self-rewards, or maybe a favorite study spot. We want to know from you, so share your best study hacks with us, and we can share it with the rest of the world, I guess. The number's 063-408-8863, and don't forget the hashtag Expresso Show. Man, you got any tips for the people?
But to all the poor people who hadn't really wrapped their head around exams in a couple of weeks, they've got two guys on TV now telling them that there are exams just around the corner. It's weird. I kind of always left it too late and then had to develop this hyper sense of focus in the moment. So learn from my mistakes. I think that's people who give you advice in this space, they do it for a reason. We've all been through it. We know how terrifying it is. It kind of feels like your whole life is being gatewayed through that one moment, which is not the case, but you still want to absolutely crush us. So just, you know, just
breathe easy. And I think that's
okay.
why we're coming through and talking about the fact that it's around the corner, because there's ample time for you guys to get on top of it. And that's why we're telling you now already. So don't stress. You don't have to panic. You've got lots of time, especially if you hang on to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Lots 100%. Of tips coming your way. And maybe if you've got some big dreams, we'll be ticking that box too in just a bit. But for now, though, Carissa's standing by with the latest when it comes to all things news. News first?
Yeah, we can start with the sport.
Start with that, please. Thanks.
Sorry.
3 minutes after 6 o'clock. Thank you so much, gents. Let's dive straight into your national news for the top of the hour. Botswana's new mayor, Nasipi Moya, announced the capital's mayoral committee in Pretoria following her election last week with the support of the ANC and the EFF. Moya replaces Silius Brink of the DA, who was ousted in a motion of no confidence. Now, she stated that this multi-party committee will be crucial for enhancing the city's service delivery. The committee consists of 2 members from Action SA, 5 from the ANC, 2 from the EFF, and 1 from Good. Key appointments include Eugene Modisa in finance, Tshegofatso Mashabela in health, and Hannes Kutsia in community safety. Sticking to news in the country, the South African Reserve Bank mourns the death of former Finance Minister Tito Mboweni, calling it a major loss for South Africa, the continent, and the global economic community. Mboweni, just 65, passed away Saturday night after a brief illness in a Johannesburg hospital. He served as the Reserve Bank's president from 1999 to 2009, transforming it into a professional, goal-oriented institution. As he's passing, Mboweni was the chairman of the ANC, or rather the Africa Center for Economic Transformation, and a director of several companies. Condolences are pouring in from all spheres. Taking a look at your international news, the head of the Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Jean Kasia, has criticized the U.S. travel warnings against Rwanda due to the Marburg virus outbreak, calling them, quote, not fair and underrepresentative of Africa's efforts. Now, Rwanda has reported 13 deaths, primarily among healthcare workers, but insists that the outbreak is under control. Meanwhile, Zimbabwe confirmed its first 2 mpox cases without specifying which variant had been recorded. An 11-year-old boy is symptomatic after returning from South Africa, and a 24-year-old man fell ill after traveling from Tanzania. Meanwhile, Hurricane Milton, which claimed 16 lives in Florida last week, had its brutal 290 kilometers per hour winds and torrential rainfall exacerbated by human-caused climate change. An analysis by World Weather Attribution found that global warming increased wind speeds by around 10% and rainfall by up to 30%. Milton rapidly intensified from a Category 1 to a Category 5 hurricane in less than 24 hours, fueled by record warm Gulf waters. Now, the U.S. National Hurricane Center noted it as the third fastest intensifying Atlantic hurricane and stated that similar storms are now twice as likely. Now we close up with this story for the first bit of news, where in an exciting breakthrough, Elon Musk's Starship rocket achieved a world first as its Super Heavy booster was caught mid-air by SpaceX's colossal mechanical arms after returning to the launch pad. The steering feat brings SpaceX closer to creating a fully reusable, rapidly deployable rocket system, marking a historic leap in space exploration. The engineers cheered as the booster, which had slim odds of landing successfully, slotted smoothly into the launch tower's arms. The booster's precision landing followed a suspenseful journey from space, while the rocket's upper part, the ship, successfully splashed down in the Indian Ocean. SpaceX's bold ambitions to conquer the moon and Mars are now more real than ever. It seems that South African flag still waves super high even from beyond Earth's realms. Well, that's where we leave your 6 o'clock news. Let's delve into some sports with Graham.
Thank you so much, Carissa. Of course, let's bring it back down to earth where we've got some World Cup action to take stock of. And we start with holders Australia securing a tense 9-run victory over India to lock in a semi-final spot in the Women's T20 World Cup. Despite the absence of skipper Alyssa Healy due to a foot injury, Grace Harris stepping up there, stead with a top score of 40. And then Tahila McGrath adding 32 as Australia posted 151 for 8. In reply, India finishing on 142 for 9 and extending Australia's tournament winning streak to 50 now. Pretty dangerous signs. Now let's turn to tennis, and world number 1, Jannik Sinner, has had a phenomenal year and it continues. He claimed a stunning victory over 24-time Grand Slam champion Novak Djokovic, winning 7-6. It was 7-3 on the tiebreak, 6-3 to capture the Shanghai Masters title. So Sinner secured a key break in that second set, and that made all the difference, sealing the win in 1 hour and 37 minutes, denying Djokovic his 100th career singles title. And the victory adds to Sinner's impressive season, which includes 2 Grand Slam titles and, of course, maintaining the top spot in the rankings since June. Now on to rugby. Mixed feelings about a weekend of mixed results for the South African franchises in United Rugby Championship action. So the Bulls, they had a good one. They triumphed 29-19 over the Ospreys in Wales, despite finishing the game with just 12 players on the field. While the Lions, they secured another morale-boosting 23-19 win against the Dragons in Newport. However, the Sharks suffering a heavy 38-10 defeat at the hands of Benetton in Italy. And then the Stormers falling 38-7 to Edinburgh in Scotland. And then, of course, some great news kind of off the field that we just had to connect to because we love the young man. Springbok fly half Mani Lebok and his wife Verna recently shared a glimpse, just a snapshot of their romantic wedding in Mossel Bay, held last weekend at the picturesque Seaplas in Groot Brugrivier. And the couple, engaged since July last year, tied the knot in an intimate ceremony with family and friends. And according to media reports, Lebok will take some time off from rugby to enjoy a honeymoon with Verna. This means he'll miss the Stormers' upcoming match up against Munster next weekend. After this weekend's results, I'm sure they came according, but he deserves a bit of a break. So wishing the newlywed couple all the best in this next season of their life. And that's where we leave our sport for now. Let's get our first bead on the weather.
Yes, thank you so much, G-Man, and welcome to the world of weather. For now, though, the South African Weather Service has some warnings, issuing a yellow level 2 warning first up for severe thunderstorms with lightning, strong winds, hail and heavy rain in northeastern Free State, northwestern KwaZulu-Natal and the eastern parts of Mpumalanga. Now, a similar warning for wind and waves is in effect between Cape Agulhas and Alexander Bay, which is causing navigation difficulties. Now, extremely high fire danger conditions also expected over parts in the Northern Cape, the Free State, Northwest, Gauteng and Limpopo. Now, additionally, a heat wave with persistently high temperatures is forecast for Gauteng, Limpopo, Mpumalanga, Northwest, and the Free State's central and eastern parts. Well, that's all we have for your weather right now, but a reminder to you, Mzansi, to do the following. Come through with an incredible sunrise view wherever you are in the country or even the world. And you can send it through to the number 063-408-8863 because we'd love to share it with the rest of Mzansi. In the next hour, you'll see one of the best pictures that we could find and scour across the net to share with you for the day. So a reminder to come through on that number. And for now, though, to see what temperatures you can expect on your side of town, pay attention to this. Enjoy.
It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day in parts. If not in your neck of the woods, just sit where you are. Don't move a muscle. We're going to have a whole lot of fun this morning. We did mention an inspirational 3 hours on the way. We're going to connect you with the incredible Reach for a Dream organization and some of the dreamers, let's call them, each with an incredible story to tell. And hopefully we can give you guys the information you need if you want to plug in and help to potentialize some of these dreams, make them a reality. I think our dreamers have stepped into the building. Give us a wave. Good morning,
Good
Jen.
morning. Oh, my
cannot wait. We're going to chat to Dimitri in just a moment to plug into his story.
I'm so excited, G. What inspirational and moving moments we're going to have on the show today. And yes, stick around because just on the other side of this, you're going to have your Monday motivation dished out to you. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back, you beauties. Thank you so much for joining us. As we are joined by, I think, one of our favorite organizations, bar none, Reach for a Dream, a foundation that do incredible work every single day. An inspiring organization dedicated to fulfilling the dreams of children facing life-threatening illnesses. I think something that, certainly as a parent, I struggle to wrap my head around. If you can create these moments, though, you offer the family an opportunity to step outside of that narrative, and that's a very powerful thing. In fact, since 1988, they have uplifted spirits. 1988, what a track record. And they've had that time to create hope, reminding these brave, unbelievably brave children that their dreams can become a beautiful reality. So joining us in studio is Western Cape Branch Manager Heidi Rowley and young dreamer Dimitri Breda. Good morning. I like looking at your face when I say your name on national TV, Dimitri. It's awesome to have you here because I dream, and I dream big dreams as well, and I know what that means. Heidi, so good to have you back.
Thank you so much.
So I'm hoping you are both very well, especially on a morning like this morning. But Heidi, I'm going to have to start with you because I think a lot of people know the name, and we kind of get a sense of, okay, great, Reach for Dreams doing it again, but you just don't stop. There is a fuel burning here that surpasses just purpose. What is Reach for a Dream all about? How do you put it into words?
I think, you know, we have such a honor to be able to fulfill these magical dreams.
I love that.
And it really is a privilege to know that the power lands in our hands. And despite whatever the outcome is, we can be a part of making the challenges that they are going through a little bit more positive and give them something to look forward to. You know, from an emotional and psychological point of view, to have something to dream for really, I think, just it instills a sense of hope and optimism.
For sure.
And from the very first encounter, when we meet our dreamers and we talk to them about their potential dreams, what's their biggest wish in their heart, if we could make come true, you're igniting something and letting them know that there's something to look forward to be excited about. And then when that dream actually comes true, that's where the beauty lies, you know. So as I said, like, we really do have the power to make these dreams come true. And it's such an honor and a privilege. And just from empowering the children as well, you know, because it's important to have dreams. And despite the challenges that the children are going through, it doesn't mean that they can't have dreams.
Yeah, it's not insurmountable. And I have the benefit of working in this amazing job, Dimitri, where I get to meet heroes every single day. Now, we love to call dreamers heroes, but you're just a young kid. You're just a guy out there looking forward, dreaming big things. What was your first dream? What was your big dream for Reach for a Dream?
My first dream
Yeah, I know. I'm going through all of the things that I would have loved to have been able to do if I connected with this incredible team. But what is your big hope? If you could and you would get that dream answered, what would be your ultimate, man?
You can mention that when we talk.
I know, and I feel exactly the same way. When we get like a Cheslin or a Sia or an Earban or someone like that coming through our doors, we begin to understand just how powerful that is. How do you measure your success? Because it's easy for you to get your cup refilled when you get to feel these moments and be a part of this.
For sure.
But you're an organization that's got to have measurables. You've got to have metrics to be able to... How do you maintain this incredible system and measure your impact?
So we do a lot of, you know, we go back to the families and the medical personnel that we work with to get a sense of what the impact has been in the fulfillment of a dream. And what we have noticed is that it definitely gives our dreamers and their families the resilience, and, you know, they face their treatment maybe a little bit better, creating that moment in time, not only for the dreamer, but for their families. It creates the bonding and togetherness of the family, which they so desperately need, taking them away from, you know, the hospitals and the treatment just for a moment in time. And for Dimitri, who met his heroes, the Stormers, in hospital, I think it was such an empowering moment for him, because it's like, you know, you see these guys on TV and they're your heroes, and next thing, there they are in front of you. And just to know that, you know, I think as a dreamer that it's not too big. You can meet your heroes, you can, you know, your dreams are within reach. And I always believe that, you know, a child will never ask for more than what they don't know. So it's as unique an individual as the children are themselves.
And accept that,
And
yeah.
accept that. So, yeah, I think the measurables are definitely the fact that there is an impact that's created. And letting, you know, allowing the families to be in that space, to be able to move forward and just to face another day.
And I'm so glad you're saying the families as well, because I'm sure you love your parents and your family for the support that they give you. When you get the Stormers rocking up at your bedside, and I know they are massive, that's always what hits me first. But what was that like for you? What was it like meeting some of your favorite players? I know, I feel exactly the same way. I sat here with Cheslin and Colby, like tearing up every time I looked into his eyes. Eventually, I had to just look into Layla, his wife's eyes. The whole time was the only way I could get around it. It must be an amazing thing to be connected to some of your absolute heroes in this sense. So I'm so glad that you got that. What I'd like to do, just as a little added bonus, because some of their brothers in the Western Roberts Rugby Union, Western Province boys, and they really are a lovely bunch, just heard about your story and what was going on. So what they've done is they've just signed a ball just so that you can practice your rugby skills wherever you are. I apologise to any parents, nurses, or anyone else who have a rugby ball flying across their path now. But your story is incredible, dude, because you are writing it every single day. So don't ever forget that there are people in your corner, especially your family. You deserve so much kudos for what you guys face every single day, man. We love you, kid. We absolutely love you. Feel free to play in our studio. It's now your playground. I think we're going to hopefully spread the word as much as possible to get as many dreams facilitated as we can, because it's a lot easier than I think people do realize. How can people connect and help you?
They can definitely contact our website, info@reachyourdream.org.za, or call in, you know, and it's also not so much people, if they have a service to offer, you know, Ferrari rides, trips somewhere, that really does help us to embellish the dream experience so much more, because it's about layering it, you know. We want to take the dreamer out and give them the best day ever in terms of how it aligns with their interests. So if there are people out there who have any kind of service that they can offer to us, we'd love to hear from them in helping us to make even more dreams come true.
I love that. We'll keep those details up on our social media platforms. Helicopter pilots, jet fighter pilots,
Yes.
Come on. Come over to our side. We're going to have a little bit of fun here. We've got the dreamers here, and we've got the incredible Reach for a Dream, giving families an opportunity to step outside of that narrative just for a moment, to quite literally embrace those dreams, and that is something truly, truly special.
Oh man, it really is special, and what an honor to be surrounded by these dreamers as a fellow dreamer, just knowing that whatever I reach for, it can actually come to pass. Now, moving from Dimitri, we've got another wonderful individual with us here today, and his name is Matthew May. He joins us in studio, and let me tell you, I was so excited to meet Matthew because his dream was very similar to mine when I was growing up, and that was to become a TV presenter. But not only that, he also wants to become a motivational speaker. So we decided to take him on as our fourth presenter for this morning, joining the League of the Great Gents and myself. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here, Matthew.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, of course. Now, when we were talking a little bit now, you were saying you woke up very early this morning, hey?
Yes.
What time did your alarm go off?
I didn't even have an alarm. It was too early to even have an alarm.
It was too early to even have an alarm. I feel you, I hear you. Now listen, what does this mean to you to be with us on TV right now for the rest of South Africa, Matthew?
Well, it means a lot to me that you guys even chose me, because I might not be the strongest of all of the dreamers, but I think I might have that emotional strength.
Oh, wow. That is so beautiful, Matthew. And I think at the end of the day, that's really what matters. Big hearts is really what gets us through from day to day. Okay, so we're going to get into something that I usually do, or Graham or Raul usually does, right? And that is for the rest of South Africa to help you choose an outfit. So we've got two outfits here. I'm going to ask you which one you like, but let me take you through them, okay? So we've got a nice summer look. We've got some shorts that are pinstripe, that are cotton. And then we also have a t-shirt and a shirt. Very playful, very cute, paired paired up with some sandals that are made out of cork. And then we've got, which I have a feeling you might like this one a little bit more, a little tuxedo moment. We've got a blazer, some formal pants and a shirt, and then pairing it with a really lovely pair of shoes. So which one do you like more, Matthew?
I actually prefer the tuxedo
You
because
do?
I like a little man that's in a tuxedo.
I'm so here for it. You and me both. Can we put it there? I'm so here for it. Well, it is up to you, Mzansi. Which one are we going to go for when it comes to dressing Matthew, our dreamer today? Are we going casual summer or like our favorite over there? Are we going for the tuxedo? I think we'd like to see him in a bit of a formal attire just to match the rest of us on this beautiful national stage right now. You going to stick around with us?
Yeah.
Yeah? Can you dance? Can you cook? Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes, Matthew, I'm so here for this energy. Mzansi, stick around because we have more of Matt on the other side of this.
Okay, Matt, stop showing off now. Not all of us can pull off those cool moves. You're going to have to teach us about that later. But we're also going to find out more about this man's incredible dream. We're talking about Matt and his reach for a dream, what's been making this man tick and what's inspiring him. And we're maybe going to get some of these superstars in the kitchen too, because we've got a lot to look forward to. Not just Matt's incredible dancing, but also his good looks. So come through Mzansi and make the man look incredible for live TV, so that he can hopefully stand by our side and assist you and serve you this morning. He's living out his dreams right now, and he's looking absolutely dapper, but he's going to look better. And I think that's thanks to you, Mzansi. So we look forward to Matthew obviously sharing a little bit about his story. And we're going to be sharing some trends when it comes to the world of TikTok. We've got some recipes to go through, and you're going to want to tackle this one. It looks delicious. It's just around the corner over here if you can sneak a peek at that. But let me tell you, Mzansi, it's simple, it's easy. All the kids are going to love it, and you definitely want to try this one. Perfect start for your Monday. We'll see you after this.
Drained? Dehydrated? You have lost more than just fluid. Recover faster. Add Rehydrate, SA's #1 oral electrolyte mixture.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back as we continue with the amazing Reach for a Dream team and just get into their inner workings, how they inspire every day. So hopefully we can be inspired to do more. And joining us now, not that he needs much introduction after his first introduction, Matthew May, who seems, I think, born for the television space. He dreams of becoming a motivational speaker and a celebrity. Let's see if he still wants that after the end of today's show. What better journey to start than to start it right here on your Feel Good breakfast show. This has become a talent factory of sorts, and I think he's going to stick around hopefully for the rest of the day. But we're going to find out a little bit more about how he hopes to inspire others to overcome their own challenges and fears. And Heidi's stuck around. Thank you so much for being here. Matthew, it's difficult to know where to jump off because you feel like you've been doing this for quite some time. You seem very comfortable in this space, man. Why a motivational speaker? Why do you want to be that?
because when I was a lot younger, when I was a young lad,
Yeah, you check. He gets an ironic smile because you are a lot younger already. Okay, but go for it. Okay, Karen.
I had a lot of fears. A lot of them were about surgeries and being left, because I used to think that I'd never find someone that would actually like me for me, but I actually found out that there was hope in Reach for a Dream.
We might have created you with an AI in the last year, dude. That fear, how did you get over that? Because no one can take a fear away from you. There is no amount of security in the world that could just make all of your fears and those big scary things in your world go away. You've had to deal with that. How did you deal with that? How did you overcome that fear? Is it something you said to yourself? How do you tackle that?
I normally tackle it like, okay, so this is how it's gonna go. I must just suck it up. I will find a way how to get through this. But I know that that is very hard to do, and that is why I want to become a motivational speaker, to help other children get through the hard times, because it was very, very hard for me.
Not just other kids, dude. It's a world facing trauma at the moment. I mean, I could ask you to explain what you do, or I could sit and chat to Matthew for just a moment. When you hear that, when you hear the potential of what a dream could do, if you just unlock this moment that's now swirling around this young man, how does that make you feel? How do you want to answer a dream like that?
I think it's just so incredible, you know, as I said earlier, like we have the power to potentially impact and make a small difference in these very brave children's journeys. And hearing stories like Matthew's, that, you know, he's able to overcome some of his fears and anxieties through the power of having a dream fulfilled, is just endorses everything that we're all about at the foundation, because it is about letting the children know that tomorrow is worth fighting for.
And you seem to have a lot of fight in you. Where does that come from? Where does that fire, I mention the word fire a lot when I deal with this organization, but for you, where does that come from? Where does this passion and this energy and strength come from, do you think?
I used to not have passion, nor did I have the energy to go through this. But not only Reach for a Dream helped me, but so did my parents. They kept on encouraging me, and I just can't thank them for helping me get through all of the hard times that I had.
And they know it. They will feel it every single day with you, little man. They will feel it every single day with you. So now, right now, you've got a captive audience. I would imagine the whole country is probably watching you right now.
Yeah.
And those that haven't tuned in are probably being told to tune in right now. For another young man, young woman going through something that you are going through right now, and this is maybe a club that none of us will get to join, okay? This is something that you get to wear this badge, for good or for all the bad that comes with it. You, the guy, who has to wear that badge. It's inescapable, and I would imagine they're kids that are feeling the same way that you felt on all those awful mornings, the worst mornings, the times where you can't kind of sidestep the fear. What do you want to say to maybe a young Matthew right now?
I want to, if I could speak to myself in the past, as you said, young Matthew, I would say, don't give up, carry on trying, there's always hope in what you're doing.
Wow, I think we might have to print that on a T-shirt, and we might have to ask you to come back every day. In fact, you might have taken my job. Just very quickly, one last time, how can people connect and support you in making dreams a reality, whether that's being on live TV, stealing other presenters' jobs, whatever that dream may be, we will see if we can facilitate it. But Reach for a Dream, you've got an amazing strategic network around you, ready to embrace these dreams. How can people aid you?
They can get in contact via our website at www.reachforadream.org.za. And there's all our regional contact details on there, or info@reachforadream.org.za.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for speaking so candidly and from the heart. You've given us a lot to think about today. But I would say not just for the other young people that you're going to inspire and motivate with your very motivational talking. There is a moment that I think needs to be embraced, and you have a way of being able to do that unlike anyone I've encountered before. So keep using your gift in this way, man. I cannot wait for you to come and take my job officially. It is going to happen.
I'd actually enjoy that, not taking your job, but actually coming on set every day.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is where you were born to be, my friend. I have a feeling this is where you were born to be.
I mean, why would I be here if I never tried, or if I just said, you know what, I'm gonna just go back to bed?
And buddy, you wouldn't be
I'm actually going to go back to bed now.
And he certainly wouldn't be the last. As I say to all of our guests, there is no shame in a nap. Absolutely love what this organization stands for, but I think most importantly, it's the human connections underneath. And when we talk about that network, it's a network based on love and purpose, which is the most powerful element on the planet. So thank you so much for opening a window into their world. There it is, all the details up on screen right now if you want to support. And again, I say helicopter pilots, jet fighter pilots, sports stars, musicians. Tyler's heading back to the country. Come on, just step up. All of us have something to offer.
Oh, absolutely inspired with that one. I gotta say, Matt, just waking up that early and still bringing the wit is really showing up and showing how easy, how much you are absolutely made for this. I think all of us out in South Africa are gonna love seeing more of you on the screen. So let's make that materialize and hopefully we get more of that. And speaking of more, let's get more in your belly. It's quite early in the morning, but we're getting you ready for the entire week and giving you some inspiration. And this one's coming through from the land of TikTok. Yeah, today we're gonna be trying out a food trend that honestly has taken social media by storm. It's something absolutely incredible. It's inspiration at its finest, and it goes by the name of chamoy and tahine fruit skewers. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, but we're gonna find out now because it's all about vibrancy. It's all about flavor. It's packed into these treats, and I think it's perfect for summer snacking. Plus, they're absolutely super easy to prepare. So the one and only Bass is here to show us how. It's not often we are honored with this man's presence in the kitchen. So it's a Monday like the other. Bass, how you doing, man?
Good, and you?
I'm good. Are you recovered and healthy from the weekend?
The weekend was wholesome.
Wholesome, nice. Okay, okay. Well, this recipe, my friend, looks wholesome. Why? Because there's wholesome colors. It's like we're eating a rainbow. So I can't think of a better way to kind of start our Monday inspiration. But what are these words coming out my mouth? Tahine and chamoy?
Chamoy.
It sounds like MJ's Shimon.
No.
Oh, no.
Different. Very
Okay,
different.
okay.
Very, very different.
Okay.
So
What is this?
We're going to start with the tahine. The tahine is actually a chili and lime salt.
Ooh,
Right? So you're
okay.
talking about my weekend. If you caught me out in the weekend, maybe having a drink or two.
Oh, you'd have a mix of some...
Sometimes they use it on like a margarita.
Okay.
Like a chili margarita.
Okay.
There's a lime salt on there. And then the chamoy is a mixture of like preserved fruits, right?
Ooh.
So usually they use apricot and plum for it.
This
I
is
feel like we should
interesting.
taste it.
Yeah, can we actually do that? I mean, what's a world of flavor without exploring it?
Taste.
Okay, so this what am I expecting here? Sweet, sour?
Like a sweet sour combination.
Ooh.
You know, like growing up, you used to eat meatballs sweets.
Do you know?
Giving meatballs.
Yeah. So meatballs, but almost. This is weird. Have you ever had those, like, I don't know if they are called Chinese sweets, but they have that like rock thing in the middle.
Yeah, so it's got the hard sweet on the outside, and then the Chinese.
This is
fruit
almost
in
like the
middle.
liquid form
My
of that. This
favorite.
is crazy, guys. Get on this. All right.
I used to call it a plumade. I don't know if people still
Plumade?
call it that.
I don't know what the name was, but it was good.
It's got that same flavoring. Okay,
Nice,
so what we're going to do is we're
okay.
going to do the work first this morning.
Oh, put me to
So
work,
you're going to
okay.
skew however you want it, and we're using some sweet melon today, some
Nice.
watermelon, and some pineapple, because all of these have a subtle tartness to it. So that combines nicely with the chamoy and the tahine.
Oh, so we're not just choosing like our favorite fruits here. We actually, there's a method to the madness.
There's fruits that work and fruits that don't. Strawberries would work well with this as well.
Okay.
But also play around, like you said, it's summer season. What I would
Yes.
do is even like chill this like really, really cold for the summer, hot summer days.
And it's a
Chilling.
proper like
And if you wa-
temperature breaker.
Exactly. And if you
Yeah.
wanted to, you could even use the mini skewers and top your drinks with it. So it becomes a little canapé snack outside.
That's
with
amazing. Well, you could like dip it
vibes.
in there and have like a whole fusion of flavor. I like where this is going. You're giving me like summer inspiration here. And like you said, this is really easy. This is something that you could do with, like you said, a couple of friends over the weekend with some
Kids,
drinks,
your
or your
kids
kids in the
without
family.
the drinks.
You might need it afterwards with dealing with all the fun, but I think this is a great way to get creative with something so simple. Getting your fruits in a creative way too, and having fun with it. So first skewer looking good. That's the
Perfect.
first task, all right?
I'm gonna grab that from you
I'll
while
carry
you
on with
make
the rest.
some more.
Yeah.
Then what we're gonna do is very simply, it's like paint by numbers. We're gonna brush our chamois on there, as much or as little as you like, and then that's it.
Nice. So here's my dying question. Do we make the chamois? Do we get it from the shop? Is it
Listen,
something that we
you
have to
can.
find and go hunt for?
You can make it, but life is short.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Don't
we
waste
are
time
all
on-
about convenience in our lives. We need to be living our best lives. So just buy it at the shop.
Okay, and there's people that have put so much time and experience into creating great chamois.
Exactly.
Why undermine their hard work, right?
100%. I am with you on that.
Okay, so literally, is this as simple as it
That's
is?
it, that's
I
it.
love this,
You
okay.
could literally be chilling, your guests are coming over. You just quickly, as they arrive, brush your chamois on.
This is
cover it
awesome.
With your chili salt.
And
Done.
you could have a few of these, I'm sure, in the fridge because they do have a decent shelf life. And maybe if the odd guest, you know, like some of your family members just ring the doorbell as they come past and, oh, are you home? And unannounced, you know, that's
Don't
cool.
open. Don't open.
But now we can open because if we have fruit like this and we maybe have some chamois and some good spices at home, we could really actually show off and entertain them as well. So maybe you actually might start opening up that door for your odd neighbor or that family member you haven't seen in a while. You don't have to run anymore because you can just head over to expressoshow.com, get this recipe. And I now think thanks to Baz coming through early in the morning, man's juggling 10 jobs at once, but thank you for your time here. You're probably going to have to head on back upstairs and start telling us what to do in our ear. But I can't thank this man enough for coming through, showing us how easy it is to get color, get inspiration, and get flavor into your belly. Have some with your friends, with your family, with your kids. It doesn't matter. It's absolutely perfect, and you get it over at expressoshow.com, bro. Nicely done. Perfect stuff for this time of the morning. And I think that being said, what's at the end of this rainbow? That's my question, Mzansi. We're going to find out in just a bit. I hope you do too. But a reminder, expressoshow.com for all this rainbow inspiration. This looks good, man. Well done. I'm going to make some more slong. Nice.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Now you can see how excited I am right now because we are diving into a very exciting new approach to maths education, something I wish was around when I was trying my absolute best. That's going to, I think, shake things up for high school learners, and that's what we are here for. And joining us is Christopher Muller, Chief Technology Officer at Advantage Learn, to chat about this incredible platform, but most importantly, their quest for your best maths competition. This competition is not just about finding the best, it's about helping learners, all of us, push beyond our personal limits and foster individual growth. I love everything about what I've just said. Chris, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for doing what you do.
Thank you for having me.
It's awesome, and I know this is your passion and your purpose in life to drive this forward, but this feels like the coolest vehicle to do that. So talk to me about this competition specifically, because it's quite accessible, and normally maths doesn't feel very accessible.
Yeah, so traditionally competitions in general and maths competitions focus on the top achieving learners and the learners that get the highest grades. And we're taking a little bit of a different approach with Quest for Your Best in two ways. The first way is we're providing access to the best quality resources that learners can get. And the second way is that we're focusing on the time and effort that learners put in. And through these two ways, we find that we're actually making it way more accessible and inclusive and including all learners, not just the learners that get the highest mark.
Because you forget that maths is life skills. There is something about being able to handle your finances, understand the bigger picture, flow of things, logistics, all this. There is a maths component in there. What have you found, or why was it so important for you not to just look for the top 5 percentile, but to open this up to foster that love of maths or an understanding across the board?
Yeah, well, as you said, maths is really important, and it unlocks not just career opportunities for learners, but also develops skills like critical thinking and that. And sometimes we find that only the top learners get access to the best resources, the best teachers. And so by making it more inclusive, we're giving all learners the opportunity to reach their potential through accessing it via these amazing resources and the opportunity that we're providing.
Exam time is coming up. I try to say that bravely, but I get goosebumps just saying it because it's terrifying. What impact will this competition hopefully have, and why would you recommend this for people moving into this time? Because this is where we need the grey matter to be up and running.
Yeah, exactly. So exams are super stressful for everyone. I mean, we've all been there. Like, it's a really stressful period. And by providing the quality resources, we're giving access to over 2,000 teaching videos and practice quizzes for the learners. And then on the incentive side, learners need incentives and motivation, and there's prizes of the value of up to 70,000 Rand, which include an 8,000 Rand cash prize for grade 8 to 9 learners, and a 10,000 Rand cash prize for grade 10 to 12 learners. And through that motivation and that, we're hoping that they can get through this exam period and really be motivated to learn and achieve their best results.
And you get the validation. It's amazing. There's certain subjects that really do feel like you're getting life down. And maths was one of those for me. When I was doing well in maths, it felt like I had a handle on things and I'd be okay as a grown-up. It just feels like it's part of that. Every child is different. Every learner is going to be different in terms of what that plug-in is, what they're going to respond to, how you get them excited. By having this broad spectrum, this unbelievable repertoire of content and different ways of engaging, how has that helped you in your mission?
So these extra resources are quite different to the traditional learning classroom because you are the individual learner. You can go at your own pace. And so if you're a struggling learner, you can watch a video twice, you can pause the video, you can reset the quiz, do it again. Or if you find the topic really easy, you can just skip through it, watch it at 2 times speed. And so in contrast, in the classroom, the learners are learning at the pace of the group.
Of the average.
Of the average learner in the classroom. So they're either going to be held back or they're actually going to be, they're going to find it really difficult to keep up with that, with the classroom. So this individual approach of the extra learning is such an important thing on top of the classroom learning.
Now that you're starting to see the potential of approaching maths in this way, where would you like to see this go? How do you think maths competitions could be used in the future? These sorts of things. You must be pretty excited about where you could go with this kind of learning.
Yeah, so this is the second year we've run this competition, and competitions done in this way can really boost the confidence of the individual learner. So you might not be the top achiever in that class, but you see the progress that you achieve through that competition or through that program and accessing these resources. And you could see 5 or 10% or even 20% or even just 1 or 2% increase in your marks. And that can unlock opportunities in your career and your understanding of things. And so we're really excited for seeing how that can motivate learners on an individual basis and not just the top achievers.
And this says to me, it's quite a dynamic space. So you're learning with every learner. You yourself as a system, and I know I'm leaning on AI's kind of mentality here, but I love the fact that we are updating every second that we engage with the system. All of this being said, how do we enter, how do we engage, how do we become hopefully the best of the best in this quest for the best?
So all you need to do is go to advantagelearn.com/quest. Or hopefully we'll share out the links or QR codes and you guys can access it completely free. You just have to click enter your details and you'll get immediate access to the resources. And these are going to be available throughout the exam period. And yeah, we're really excited. We already have 174 schools participating and yeah, it's going to be incredible.
Just think of the scientists, the mathematicians that will be discovered through this process, that tip of the spear technology, all of those things. This is where it comes to be. Absolutely, this is like a unicorn. I love it. Absolutely love what you guys are doing. And I can feel your connection to it as well. So kudos to you, man. Keep it going.
And just all the best to all the learners for the end of your exams. Like, we're rooting for you. Yeah, go get it.
You got this. I love resources like this that don't just speak to raising the average, but also giving everyone within that picture time for personal attention and personal growth. And the high school learners, I think, interested in taking part, and hopefully there are a lot of you wanting to connect with the quest for your best maths competition. Once again, the entry is completely free and the competition is open to all skill levels. I might even give it a try. To register or find out all of those details, you can head over to neo.advantagelearn.com and then /quest. Go and check it out for yourself. Thank you so much, my friend.
Awesome.
Maths.
Yeah.
Were you good at maths?
Weirdly enough was. Surprisingly is the thing, you didn't need to study to do well at, so maybe that's why.
No, goodness. Maths didn't love me, man. I tried. I tried my best, and I just about made it through in matric. And let me tell you, that was with lots of lessons as well. It's okay. Some things are for us, some things are not. You got to know your strengths, is what I'm saying.
And speaking of strengths, we got a lot to look forward to right now. We're going to make our presenters even stronger. And speaking of presenters, it's our 4th presenter of the day. So there's Carissa, there's myself, there's G-Man. Who's number 4? We're talking about Matt, yeah. If you've seen him, the man's as reaching for dreams like no other. Being a live presenter at his age, right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show, is a dream like no other. But it's getting even better because he's being dressed by you, Mzansi. And we asked you to come through and dress this man to the nines. And I think you've done exactly that. So in just a little bit, we're going to be able to look forward to our new presenter for the day, young Matt, reaching for his dreams and looking oh so dapper, I hope. And that's going to be thanks to you, Mzansi.
Yeah. I got a math thing for you. 4 + 4 equals?
8.
8, because he ate that. Because he ate that. Okay, that's as far as my math goes. Listen, somebody that I'm going to hand over to when it comes to maths is the Klein siblings. They're going to be joining us in just a little bit to talk about their journey with mathematics. It's going to be super inspiring as well. So stick around and we'll see you after this.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Listen, I tried my hand at maths, but sometimes things are just not for you. It's not necessarily my strength, but I can tell you what is. That is talking and connecting with people. And today we're definitely going to get into that exactly with the Klein siblings. Now, mathematics is often seen as one of the most challenging subjects. I can say yes to that. But today we have two remarkable siblings who've not only conquered it, but have excelled on both a national and an international platform. Joining us are Benjamin and Danielle Klein, esteemed alumni of the South African Mathematics Olympiad and also competitors in the International Mathematics Olympiad, or the IMO. Both have recently earned top honors at the 30th International Mathematics Competition and the 2024 South African Tertiary Mathematics Olympiad. It's a lot, it's a mouthful, but we definitely are so excited that they're here today. And as final matric exams do approach, we're going to find out from them how they exactly can achieve the goodness of life, their insights, their words of encouragement, just for you, for learners across the country. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. How did you find my mathematics earlier? 4 + 4 = 8. Did you guys catch that?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. But we're going to talk about you, not me, because it is about your strength right now, and that is mathematics. And I think it's quite rare to find siblings. I mean, you guys are 2 years apart, you leading the way, Danielle, in the space as well, that are both into mathematics and excel at it. So talk to me more about your journey in the space.
Thanks so much for having us, firstly. Yeah, I think we've both really enjoyed mathematics since we were really young. I remember being like really young and learning how to count and being so excited to teach him how to count.
Oh, I love
but
that.
I don't think I actually knew how to count. I was just like teaching him incorrect things. Yeah, it's always been something that was fun for us. It's really about like problem solving and viewing something in a creative way. Yeah.
I love that. How about you?
I've been like watching YouTube videos about maths for quite a while, and had an older sister and my dad they were always able to answer questions when I had them. It was really nice having that there for me. And it was only when I reached high school was when my sister like gave me this pile of past papers for the Maths Olympiad, and she said, "Practice."
Sure.
And I did. And
Oh
then
my goodness.
That's how we got where we are now.
No, stop it. I absolutely love that. Was it because you saw something in him and was like, I'm going to have to train and strengthen this part of you?
Yeah, no, he's sometimes a bit lazy, but then at a certain point, I think he just realized like, oh wow, you can be like really good at this. So I knew you could be really good if you wanted to be.
I love that. And I love the fact that you touched on maths is about problem solving, right? Because many people, especially like during high school, I was sitting there going, where am I ever going to apply this in my day-to-day? But you're right, it is about the critical thinking. It's about how you apply yourself. So speaking about, you guys excelled at something called the IMC quite recently. You were traveling internationally representing South Africa. How did that go? Talk to me about your experience.
It was really nice meeting people from other countries. A lot of them don't really know anything about South Africa as well, because a lot of it is European countries.
Right.
So it was really fun exchanging experiences, learning about their countries as well. Yeah, in terms of like traveling, it was like 20 hours of travel to get there.
Goodness.
And then 2 days later, we pretty much write a 5-hour paper, and the next hour, 5-hour paper again. So it can be quite exhausting.
Yeah.
I don't think it affected our performance too much this year, but I think that's also because we enjoyed the problems, and yeah, I think we were just like happy to go sightsee in our free time.
That's beautiful. I mean, last year you guys were there. You said it's an annual event, and this year you were there again. Did your experience differ? Was there progress, improvement?
Yeah, I think the second time we were a bit more used to like the questions and how things go.
Right.
Yeah. Just
That's
the entire process.
No, I love that. I love that. I do want to get into talking about your involvement in competitions with mathematics throughout the years, right? How do they actually help your studies? How do they really feed into what you do on the daily as well?
I think specifically with studies, Olympiads have really prepared me for the kinds of creative thinking and problem solving that you'd have to do at a university level. If I could use a metaphor, for high school and primary school mathematics, it's a bit like, hey, here's a hammer, hit this nail, or here's a saw, cut this wood. But when you get to university, it's more like, here's this wide variety of tools. Just create something.
Wow.
And it's a big mind shift. And a lot of my peers, that's what I see them struggle with. And I feel like that's what Olympia has prepared me for.
Wow. Would you say the same thing?
Yeah, no, I can relate in the same way. Definitely like, I think a lot of the anxiety that some people feel our age in university now, we didn't have that same amount of anxiety because we had the confidence to know, like, if we got a problem we didn't know how to solve, we could just approach it.
Oh, I love that. You had the equipment, you knew exactly what to do with it as well. Last little thing, if you could give a little bit of advice for somebody that's also going through maths right now, final exams are loading, what would you say to them? Maybe just one of you.
I think I would tell them that confidence goes a long way.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of, when I was in high school, something that I saw that was common in my friends was they see a problem and they don't know how to do it and they give up instantly and they go look at the solution. And I feel like that's not the best way to learn.
Yeah.
Only perfect practice is going to make perfect.
Yeah.
So what I would suggest is remind yourself that just because you can't solve the problem now doesn't mean you're not going to be able to solve it later. Keep trying the problem for a bit. Maybe give yourself hints by looking at part of the solution. And then when you do look at the full solution, really try to understand why it works and why that is the thought process that you needed.
Absolutely. If you don't mind, Benjamin, I'm going to take that and use that in life because that was some solid advice. Thank you so much, guys. That was wonderful. Danielle, as well as Benjamin, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
The incredible, inspiring conversation will continue on your Feel Good Breakfast show. But for now, though, it's just gone a minute past the hour, and we're back on official duties. Now, starting with national headlines. And the suspect who shot 7 people in Orange Farm yesterday morning, and that's south of Johannesburg, has died in hospital after apparently turning the gun on himself. Now, police report that a dispute at a bar between one victim and the bar owner escalated, leading the bar owner to follow the man home. And this is where he shot the 7 victims. Now, meanwhile, in KwaZulu-Natal, a 33-year-old man has been arrested for allegedly stabbing 5 family members and injuring 2 others during a Saturday evening attack in Bethany, Bergville. Now, several prior domestic violence charges against him had been withdrawn. Well, sticking to national headlines, Tshwane's new mayor, Nasipi Moya, announced the capital's mayoral committee in Pretoria following her election last week with the support of the ANC and the EFF. Now, Moya replaces Cilliers Brink of the DA, who was ousted in a motion of no confidence. Now, she stated that this multi-party committee will be crucial for enhancing the city's service delivery. Now, the committee consists of 2 members from Action SA, 5 from the ANC, 2 from the EFF, and 1 from Good. Now, key appointments include Eugene Modise for Finance, Tsegofatso Mashabela for Health, and Hannes Kutsia for Community Safety. Well, we now move to international headlines, and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has called on UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres to withdraw peacekeeping forces from southern Lebanon, where the Israeli army is conducting attacks on Hezbollah. Now, the UN condemned these actions after 4 peacekeepers were injured in 2 incidents. And the peacekeeping force reported that Israeli tanks breached one of its positions early yesterday morning. Now, the United States has meanwhile announced plans to send troops to Israel, along with an advanced anti-missile system, in a highly unusual deployment aimed at bolstering Israel's air defense following missile attacks from Iran. Well, carrying on with international headlines, and the head of the Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Jean Kesaya, has criticized the U.S. travel warnings against Rwanda due to the Marburg virus outbreak, calling them not fair and unrepresentative of Africa's efforts. Now, Rwanda had reported 13 deaths, primarily among healthcare workers, but insists that the outbreak is under control. Now, meanwhile, Zimbabwe confirmed its first 2 mpox cases without specifying which variant had been recorded. Now, an 11-year-old boy is symptomatic after returning from South Africa, and a 24-year-old man still fell ill after traveling from Tanzania. Well, lastly in our headlines, if you're still waiting to hear about that job application, well, don't worry. it can take a while. Now, Tizzy Hodson from Lincolnshire, UK, waited an incredible 48 years to find out why her dream job application went unanswered. Now 70 years old, she was stunned when she opened the post to find her letter sent in January 1976 for a motorcycle stunt rider position, which had been stuck behind a post office drawer all this time. Now, a note on the letter read, late delivery by Staines Post Office, only about 50 years late. And despite the mix-up, Titsy's daredevil spirit thrived. Now, she became a snake handler, a horse whisperer, an aerobatic pilot, and flying instructor, traveling the world. Well, I don't know if the answers were met or not, but it definitely sounds like an incredible job nonetheless. And here's the rest of our duties for our job. We're going to move from headlines in the news to all things sport with the G-Man, and he has the latest. Enjoy.
Thank you so much, my friend. Let's start with the biggest showpiece in cricket right now, and holders Australia securing a tense 9-run victory over India to lock in their semi-final spot in the Women's T20 World Cup. So despite the absence of skipper Alyssa Healy due to that foot injury as well, so Grace Harris, she stepped up with a top score of 40, and then Tahila McGrath adding 32 as Australia posted 151 for 8. In reply, India finishing on 142 for 9. In so doing, extending Australia's tournament winning streak to 15. They are going to be tough to beat. Well, speaking of which, he's had that kind of year. World #1 Yannick Sinner has done it again, claimed a stunning victory over 24-time Grand Slam champion Novak Djokovic, winning 7-6. That was 7-3 on the tiebreak, 6-3 to capture the Shanghai Masters title. So Sinner secured a key break in that second set that made all the difference, sealing the win in 1 hour 37 minutes and denying Djokovic his 100th career singles title as well. This victory adding to Sinner's impressive season that includes 2 Grand Slam titles and, of course, maintaining that top spot in the rankings since June. Now let's turn to rugby, and mixed feelings about some mixed results for the South African teams in the United Rugby Championship. So the Bulls, they triumphed to 29-19 over the Ospreys in Wales, despite a very confusing run. Just 12 players left on the field at one point, and we're going to have to dig deep to get behind that yellow card madness. Then the Lions, they secured a morale-boosting 23-19 win against the Dragons in Newport. But on the flip side of that coin, the Sharks suffering a heavy 38-10 defeat to Benetton in Italy, and then the Stormers falling 38-7 to Edinburgh in Scotland as well. So let's take you off the field, seeing as that was a bit frustrating. As a Springbok woman, sadly, they fell short against Italy in the WXV2, and agonizingly close they came. The Springboks women, they put up a brave fight, but narrowly lost 23-19 to Italy in their final match of the tournament at the Athlone Stadium on Saturday. If you were able to get out there and support, just like Sia, thank you so much for doing that. Trailing 17-7 at halftime, South Africa entered the game as underdogs, having lost previous encounters to Italy by wider margins, but they certainly showed up for this one. The Bok women displaying some great determination and resilience, particularly in that second half, coming within that one score of pulling off what would have been a memorable victory. So we say kudos to the fans and the ladies for representing through what has been a brilliant tournament. But that's where we leave our sport for this hour. Hopefully the roads not too hectic and not too much to report on.
Thank you so much, Gray. Yes, let's have the first look at your roads for this morning. We touched down in 2 provinces, starting out in Gauteng. In Midrand, back-to-back traffic is being experienced south of the N1. Delays are being expected, so please, of course, plan your route accordingly. Then we head over to the mother city, and we start out in Langa, where there's a stationary vehicle on the N2 inbound before Bunga Avenue. 2 lanes are closed, so do allow for some added travel time and do expect some delays. Heading over to Milnerton, sticking in Cape Town, there is congestion on the N7 northbound at Bosmansdam. Delays are expected, so do plan that route accordingly. And wherever you're going, do remember to drive safely. Well, that's where we wrap up your roads right now. Let's have a look at your weather. Bulk water supplier Rand Water has advised Gauteng municipalities to reduce water loss by 33%. This as the level of storage dams, especially in Gauteng, is critically low, and the situation is expected to worsen due to the scorching heat. The utility company says that the water could the water supply could soon be exhausted if municipalities do not implement its recommendations. Now, this includes municipalities ensuring that water is not lost by repairing leaks, enforcing municipal regulations, and disconnecting illegal connections. Rand Water says additional water cannot be pumped into the system due to license restrictions on the withdrawal of water. Now, before I leave you, we've got to touch down with our sunrise view of this hour. And out of Ebeja, we've got Lukolo with this gorgeous, gorgeous view. This is how you start off a Monday, on the right note with the right foot. Thank you so much, Lukolo, for sharing your morning view with us. And if I woke up to that, I mean, I'd be smiling all around, which is what I'm hoping, South Africa, you also feel right now. And if you too would like to share your morning view with us, it's 0634088863, that direct line to us here in studio. In the meantime, though, let's have a look at what you can expect for your temperatures for today.
Come on, Uppington, 36, really. I know we joke and we play, but come on, calm down, okay? Just stay indoors, please, and we will make it worth your while. Why? Because it could be a very big Monday with a very big payout. If you play Daily Lotto today, there is an estimated 460,000 Rand in the jackpot. And it could be yours. Okay, if you don't want to miss out, you've got to get in store right now. Get your tickets. You can go online, nationallottery.co.za. You can use their mobile app. You can use your own cell phone banking platform, or you can dial *120 *7529# for the USSD. And while you dream about all the things that you could do with that money, especially this time of the year, we will keep the details up on the Expresso social media pages, so you can check them out at your leisure and just go and play Daily Lotto for that estimated 460,000 Rand jackpot today. So go and put yourself in the running and Panda Pusher play. Good luck.
Ooh, it's a lot of money up for grabs.
Come on.
A great way to start your week. But I think we've got an even better way of starting your week, and that's making not only you shine, but all of us here in the studio shine, right?
Yeah, he's going to make all of us look good. In fact, he might make us look worse with how good he looks.
Yeah, this is true.
But before we get into what Matt's look is for today, let's see what some of you have to choose in terms of the two outfits. It was either going to be the summery option or it was going to be the tuxedo, baby.
Yeah, and I think tuxedo was option number 2, is that correct?
That was option number 2.
Yeah, so Mzansi had a lot to say about this. Obviously, we heard from Matt and heard what his favorite was, but let's see if Mzansi agrees. So Teresa says option 2, which will be perfect for the confident little gentleman. Welcome to Expresso, Matthew. And I hope he's listening wherever he is right now. I'm not going to reveal that just yet, but thank you so much, Teresa, for coming through on that one.
I love it. Esme Henry also saying, good morning, option 2. The tuxedo for such a handsome man.
Such a handsome man. I agree with you, Mzansi. I love these comments. We're going to keep them coming. We've got Charmaine Monk who says, young, gorgeous Matthew.
Come on now.
You will rock the black suit. That's option number 2. Thank you for making my day. You are amazing. Matt, the people are loving what you're doing out here in Expresso. So with that being said, Mzansi, shall we bring in that winning look right now?
I think
and
so.
Get our presenter, our model, our dapper young lad of the day out here on our
Drum
stage.
roll,
Get over here, man. Get out of here.
You were right, Matthew.
Should I kneel? Should I like bow down to thee? Bro, you look good, man. How do you feel? You feel good?
Yes.
Yeah? Have you ever worn a suit like this before?
No.
Wow, man. I think this is...
I actually have never worn a tuxedo before.
You look incredible, and I think this is something
Although
that
I
you
do think the sleeves are a little bit long.
That's okay. We can work around that.
Yeah, we can work around that. And you know, there's this like oversized look that we have going now. So best of both, man. I couldn't have thought of a better way to look. But you've nailed it. You're my new inspo. I think I need to change after this. I absolutely love it. But it gets better than this, right?
It does get better, Matthew. I hope you're ready for this.
Yeah.
Okay, so we basically have a picture with all of us together just to show Raul's part of the family, I'm part of the family, Grace part of the family, and guess who else is going to be part of the family? We put you on our poster to
Look
join
at this,
us.
bro.
Look
Check
at
behind you on the screen. Oh yeah, that's our superstar. And check, you front and center.
Front
so
and
you're
center.
like captain of the squad right
Yeah.
now, man.
We are your Avengers.
What do you
can
have to
lead
say
us.
to that, Cap?
Captain America.
Yes, Captain America.
Matt, you can stay, man, especially after looking this good. And clearly Mzansi agrees because the comments that have come through on our social media.
Yeah, I saw all of them.
You saw it? They're going crazy for you, so you've got the charm.
Thank you for the third comment, though.
The third, only the third one. What about the others?
No, the others were good, but the third one,
Was the
I
best.
really saw all that went in there.
Oh.
Yes. And just a reminder, it was young, gorgeous
Come on.
Matthew. So
Yes.
nailed 3 things correctly already. You will rock in the black suit. Yes, you're rocking in the black suit. It was option number 2. And Charmaine Monk is saying, thank you for making my day. She's saying that you're amazing, bro. And I think I agree with her. Huh?
Thank you.
Oh, man.
Would you want to blow her little kiss
Let's
to
look
camera?
back at the camera. Blow them a kiss. Oh, man. Okay, stop it. You're making
too
everybody
much.
jealous now. Matt, you're freaking awesome, man. Absolutely appreciate you. I hope you can stick around and show off this incredible suit. And we want to use some of your skills because, yeah, I'm getting a bit tired. And clearly there's a new, not even a prince. I'm going to call you a king.
He's a king.
There's a new king on
Come
the throne.
on.
So let's look
King,
this
a
way. Let's say
captain.
thank you to Mzansi once again. And guys,
Thank you.
you've really come through. Okay, we're going to go to one over there. This is your close-up moment. Matt,
Zoomed into your face.
Anything you want to say to Mzansi one last time in your new suit?
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you,
Love it, man.
Matthew. Thank you.
Yeah.
What a wonderful way to get us kick-started once again on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Nice.
I think you guys missed a beat, man. I was waiting for Matthew's picture to replace mine in that little montage. They absolutely love having Matthew here for the day. And in fact, it's been that kind of inspirational show this morning. And hopefully you're getting that energy. And when you get the energy of Lambton, you get the energy of Jared Shadler then, and combine them, what do you get? Well, something truly Hollywood, baby. We're going to bring you something absolutely spectacular after the break. And then we've got to go online and try a new viral trend, because when it happens, we've got to prove it on the show. And there was something involving cucumbers that might surprise you. Yes, I know we don't often combine cucumbers and virality, but we will. Now we're going to whip up something truly special in the kitchen. We'll see you now.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Oh Yes, Mzazi, welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. Monday has never been more inspirational. We're getting new presenters just showing off all their skills and dressing them up in the nines, and that's thanks to you. And speaking of dressing up and showing off, we've got an incredible opportunity where professionals are taking the stage to do just that. We're talking about the Leighton Alexander Musical Theatre Academy, otherwise known as LAMTA, and they return to theatres on the Bay, that's Theatre on the Bay, this October. And it's by popular demand after a sell-out season this past June, which has just recently taken place. But here to tell us more about it is LAMTA co-founder Dwayne Alexander, presenting the latest production titled Hollywood. So let's give him a feel-good welcome, Dwayne. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you.
Absolutely hyped and pumped for this, man. We are so blessed when it comes to good entertainment, when it comes to good productions. This clearly is another one. I think it's a production that we all want to be involved in. We're talking about a blockbuster song and dance. What else can audiences expect from this, though?
Yeah, I mean, it's called Hollywood because it's sort of celebrating that whole, the sort of concept of, you know, Tinseltown, the glitz, the glamour, and then we take it a step further and we talk about the intrigue. Now, what do I mean by intrigue? We talk about the things sort of below the belt, you know, it's the underbelly of Hollywood, you know, the cost of fame, you know, what happens to people's mental health, you know, all the people that we've sadly lost due to like overdose and stuff. So we touch on those things, you know, because that is the other side of the coin. But the majority of the show is fun, it's entertaining, it's a very much sort of like feel-good factor. And it's a variety of dance genres, dance styles, choreographed by a beautiful selection of Cape Town's best choreographers. And yeah, all presented in one sort of packaged evening. It's really awesome.
Oh, sign me up. That's what I'd love. But listen, obviously, this last June and winter, things went incredibly well, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It sounds like you said there's great music, great dances. Something that I think resonates with people is that you bring in the real factor. So not just the glitz and the glam of Hollywood, but also the stuff that we can relate to and sometimes resonate with, right?
Yeah, I think it's important, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Hollywood, you know, got all these different genres of movies that you can celebrate and all these great soundtracks and songs that have, you know, formed the soundtrack to our lives. You know, there's a fun little movie quiz. I don't want to give too much away, but people sit there and they love that section where they go like, oh, I love this song, I love that movie, I love this, and they recognize all those tunes. But like I said, there's the other side of Hollywood that has to be acknowledged, you know, the #me movement, you know, things that, you know, real life, and, you know, our shows at LAMTA try to sort of really make it, you know, an all-encompassing experience. It's not just about the fun and the razzle-dazzle, you know, there is the other side that one has to acknowledge.
We have to. So let's acknowledge some of the incredible sort of, would you call them cast? That's a part of this.
Yeah,
we've got artists, choreographers, which I think are definitely worth mentioning. Can you mention some of those?
I mean, like I said, we have some of Cape Town's best. You know, we've got Michelle Reed, Jared Shadler, Robin van Wyk, Bridget Reeves, Chesney and Emile from Jazz Art, Zoe Eldridge. It is Ashley Searle. It's just a smorgasbord of fantastic choreographers. And what they all do is they bring their own style of choreography and dance to the show, so it is varied. There's a lot of variety, there's a lot of different stylings. With that goes different, obviously, music and different looks and costumes. It's enthralling. You know what I'm saying? You never sit there going like, okay, I feel like I've seen this and this is getting boring now. It's like, it keeps you on your toes. And in our dance production, even though it's billed as a dance production, we have a couple of vocal numbers, and in fact, a little bit later you might see some of that. But yeah, there are some vocalists, and you know, the audience that come to watch our show, they kind of can't believe that it's technically a student production because we're still an academy, and the cast are all students at LAMTA. They just leave there going like, what? That's just beyond, and that's really thrilling for us.
I love asking this question because I think it's a real great opportunity for people that maybe aren't exposed to this world that might be interested. I always like to sort of entice them, and I know those that are familiar with dance, song, performance of this stature are definitely going to buy tickets. But let's say for the audience that wants to be intrigued and wants to find out more, is this something that you'd encourage them to also participate in?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think what our LAMTA dance productions do is they kind of bring the dance to a wider audience because it's not like just for the sort of, you know, elite dance community. You know, there are beautiful, there are beautiful companies that do that and they cater to that, but ours are maybe slightly more commercial, a bit more sort of like entertaining in a way, because you know, you can bring, you know, your boyfriend or your parents or whatever, even if you yourself are a dancer and you love the art form, you know, you can bring your parents and your boyfriend, and they're going to sit there, they're going to either love the songs, there's nostalgia in the movies that we're sort of highlighting, there's, you know, a fair amount of comedy or light entertainment. So like I said, this really is a show for everyone. If you're new to dance and you're not like necessarily a dance person, I can guarantee you'll still come to the
It's
show and
perfect.
enjoy yourself.
Absolutely. And with that being said, I think the only question we were going to need to know is how do we get our tickets? Where do we book it? How do we get
Of
it?
course. So web tickets is the best and easiest way to get the tickets. If you just search Lambda, Hollywood, either of those two, it will tell you, the return season, because like I said, we were sold out in June. And Peter Tureen, who is the theatre owner at Theatre on the Bay, he said, you have to bring it back. It was so popular and so well attended. We also have a lovely little sort of activation in the entrance. When people arrive at the theatre, there's a red carpet, there's paparazzi, it's click, click, flash,
nice.
flash. It really sort of sets the tone and sets the mood, and people have responded so well. So well, in fact, we had a birthday party there the other day. She had been to the show in June. She loved it so much. She had
Came back
50
for
of her
more.
friends and said, I want my friends to experience this as my birthday party. So she bought out 50 tickets and had all her friends walk the red carpet. It was a very festive
A
occasion.
memory like no other. Well, Mzansi, be a part of this memory right now. You can get your tickets, but we're giving you even more reason to get involved in this one and get you entertained, because we've got some show-stopping performances. Just to give you a little teaser of what you can expect. And you asked, and yes, they have listened back by popular demand. You want to get your tickets online, but stick around for the show because it's going to be absolutely incredible. Oh, they're looking good.
I can tell you one thing that's looking great or about to look great. It's something that has gone absolutely manic on social media. I'm talking about the viral cucumber salad that really took TikTok by storm. It's refreshing, it's also crunchy and tangy, and it's a dish just bursting with flavor. It's unbelievably easy to make, let me tell you. Even the first timers in the kitchen can do this, and that's why we're so excited to have Bass once again in the kitchen, showing us exactly how to whip up this sensational salad. Bassie, thank you for being here.
Pleasure. It's our first time in the kitchen together.
No, the last time we were here, you proposed to me.
Oh, but
and
we
I
didn't
said yes.
cook together.
No.
But you were just tasting.
We cooked up a marriage. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what are we doing? Because I'm seeing many ingredients, but it's quite simple to put together.
Like I said to Raul earlier, it's all about convenience, right? And I always feel like these TikTok recipes are actually very easy, and people just always hype themselves up. So it's literally throwing all of these ingredients together in a bowl. You can do it in a bowl.
I'll do it in here.
But I'm going to do mine in a jar. So I think let's get into it, right?
So this is like a takeaway jar. You could carry it with you on the road, whatever it may
And then
be.
pour it out into your bowl if you want to eat it that way, or eat it straight out of the jar.
Okay, before we get into it, what do we have here, Bass?
Cool. So we are playing on a salmon bagel. Think about a salmon bagel,
Right.
but in salad form.
Okay.
So if you watch the TikToks, they've also evolved the trend and made other ones. So they've done like a pickled one, or they've mixed other ingredients in there. But we are focusing on the salmon bagel elements today. So we're gonna both do it together.
Yeah.
So I've got some cucumber here that's just been very thinly sliced. Okay.
How do you even get such a thin slice?
You know what a mandolin is? You know that slicer?
It sounds like an animal.
It's a slicer.
A slicer,
And you can
okay.
set it to slice things very thinly.
How much?
Also, seen massive accidents on there, so also we'll say stick to what you know.
Okay.
Use a knife
Use a
and
knife,
just try
you
and
need
slice
to
it
use
as
a knife.
thin as you can. So we're
Okay.
gonna pop that in there.
Or like, you know, the grater's got that side that's got the
This is-
slice on it. Yeah.
But I mean, like, if you're used to using a knife, use a knife.
Okay, fair enough, fair
All good,
enough.
all
I'll
good.
stick with a knife.
And
This is
then-
really lovely.
So we're gonna pop that. I think you can take the rest of
Okay,
that
I
for
will.
you. We've got some red onion on here. So also very thinly sliced.
Also with the mandolin.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, we've got some capers.
Not too much of that. So capers add what? Because to me, those look like it could be like a protein source, but it's not.
So I know we have some seasoning there, but this can also be some seasoning. It's quite salty.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
And
like a
then-
bean.
No, like a
Okay.
berry.
Like a berry, like
Yeah.
a berry, like a berry.
We're gonna add some salmon into there. That's also just been chopped up
Lovely.
for us. And then you said you were gonna grate the garlic for us.
Did I say that? Did I commit to that?
Please.
Okay, I'm joking. I did.
We're gonna pop the cream cheese in there as well. Just gonna use your spoon. So you can literally make this as you go. Like you can choose what you want to put into there as long as you're using the things. And then we're gonna use some of our clover yogurt as well.
Lovely. And that's to what? Make it a little bit looser
Yeah.
in consistency.
Because why we're using the jar as well is because we are literally going to shake it up. In your bowl, you obviously can just stir it together. But once you
see,
shake
you
it...
didn't tell me that part.
If you don't follow the instructions.
That's how you like this.
Then some dough for you. I'm going to just pop that in for you
Thank you.
there as well. You
Dough
know,
and salmon go
and fish.
very well together.
Dough and fish in general.
Okay.
Then we've got some everything bagel seasoning, just to give us that vibes in there as well. You can pop this on the top as well after it, so we'll keep some.
Thank
Let's
you.
pop some in there. And then if you want
Garlic's
to...
defeating me. I'm just going to leave it.
Just use this. And then don't forget your yogurt. Let me help you with that.
thank you so
in
much.
there. So you can use your spatula over there and
This
just
is why I
mix
said
it
yes so
together.
easily when he asked me to marry him. I said, yes, Bass, because you're a savior in the kitchen. Okay.
And
Do
then
a
we
little
have
bit
our
of salt.
Kardashian
You're gonna have
moment.
to do the salt for me too.
Oh, can you not?
My nails can't get in there.
All need a little bit of help sometimes.
You know, a right-hand man. And
Cool,
some
in
salt,
there.
please.
No
She's
judgment.
demanding.
Cool. And then your Kardashian moment, you're going to close this up and just shake it all together. Let's hopefully that it works.
Okay, let's cross fingers that it actually works. Now listen, my cream cheese is actually a little bit hard. How do I get it a bit softer?
If you wanted to,
melt
just
together?
very quickly in the microwave, just put
Oh.
that together. Or what you could do beforehand is mix a little bit of your yogurt into your cream cheese
Okay.
just to loosen it up.
Yeah, that's a great tip.
But mine's almost there, I think. And then we can taste, because that's the best
Oh,
part.
that is the best part. Honestly, one of my guilty pleasures is watching mukbangs online. Like, I just love watching people enjoy food. You know what I mean?
I'm just going to use this bowl over here. Mine's done.
Oopsies, there goes a cucumber.
And there you have it.
Wow, yours looks fantastic. I would add some chili flakes in here as well.
Or like
I
a
think
chili
that
crisp
would...
on the top.
Fantastic.
Vibes. You can taste this one.
Okay, I'll taste
Not
yours.
that one to you.
I'll show off my chopstick skills. All right, a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a lot of salmon. Okay. Mmm.
It's good.
It's fantastic.
And like healthy vibes.
Healthy, refreshing. I would add it on some bread though.
But you said you've had this before, yes?
I have on a croissant and it was
nice.
divine. Bass, thank you so much for this. Where can we find this recipe?
ExpressoShow.com.
Obviously.
always.
Because we've got you covered. I mean, it's always like that. We're going to enjoy this. Hopefully keep some for our fourth presenter that's joining us today. And I think that this is definitely Upper Isle and Graham's Avenue. Okay, we'll keep some for you as well.
That's right in my lane. You can just park it right there and I will tuck in, baby.
I can actually, I'm busy imagining it. I lost myself there imagining what that tastes like. We need that button on TV. Now, we're going to press all sorts of buttons this morning and a lot of inspirational ones. We love empowering young people. We love organizations that set their purpose to that, and ABSA certainly have done that, partnering with JASA, or the Junior Achievers of South Africa.
Nice.
So they're the right people to get that kind of platform, but once you plug that in and you give them the potential, my word.
My
it's gonna
word,
be amazing.
indeed. And speaking of junior achievers, we have some juniors showing off right now. I don't know if you can call them juniors because they're acting like full-blown adults. We're doing something from Lamta. It is a themed Hollywood, and they're going to be showcasing an absolutely epic performance. It's a production like no other, and giving you every reason to get your tickets for it. They're back by popular demand, and here's every reason why. Straight after this, Mzansi, don't go anywhere.
Win with the Tastemaster Junior and Clover. Watch this week's show and bake your favorite market-inspired sweet or savory treat using any Clover product. Upload it to socials by replying to the competition post using hashtag the Tastemaster Junior and hashtag Clover Made with Love. You could win a KitchenAid Classic Stand Mixer plus a Clover hamper. Don't miss the Tastemaster Junior, Tuesday evenings at 7, repeat Wednesdays at 1 and Sundays at 4 p.m. Only on SABC2. Clover Made with Love.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Thank you so much for joining us. Oh, look at that man's gorgeous hair. That's Shauna, in case you were interested, okay? It's tough having to look at that behind the camera every day. No, on days like today, it's tough not to be inspired. Wow, wow, wow.
We've had so much, and listen, there is more. Can you imagine? Because Junior Achievement South Africa, or JASA, proudly announced its partnership with ABSA for the successful launch of the Enterprise Program Plus initiative, leading to the highly anticipated Junior Achievement Company of the Year competition.
Yep, so this is juniors. This is little kids who are putting us all to shame. And I love the theme this year. It is Green Ovation.
So cute.
Okay, hashtag that. Empowered young entrepreneurs to innovate for environmental sustainability, culminating in a vibrant national showcase of their entrepreneurial talents. This might just save the country, save the world. So let's take a look at what these incredibly bright young minds have to offer.
Welcome, my Expresso family, to the magical Gold Reef City theme park, where something absolutely amazing is going to be taking place today. And look, of course, I have goosebumps because today we're standing at the site of the 10th annual Junior Achievement Company of the Year competition. This event is jam-packed with 18 teams of ambitious grade 10 and grade 11 learners all heading for that top spot. And let me tell you, they come from all across the country. I'm so excited to be here today. Today's really cool. Tell us a little bit about how the corporate citizenship strategy is tying in with ABSA and this incredible initiative.
Sure. So today we're here for the Junior Achievement South Africa Company of the Year. Forms part of our financial inclusion through entrepreneurship education strategy. What the strategy does is that it places young people at the center. We support young people within the schooling context, young people in higher education and training institutions, as well as young people who are not in employment, education and training. And what do we do with those particular young people? We say, how do we pathway them into entrepreneurial action? So this particular initiative, what we're delivering with Junior Achievement South Africa, is entrepreneurship education to spark innovation and entrepreneurial interest. In addition to that, we give them practical experience in terms of applying the particular concepts that they've learned. This year's theme is Green Ovation, and the question is, how do they innovate in a manner that considers the environment? Competing for 150,000 rands in terms of prizes, which will go towards seed funding for their businesses. In addition to that, the winning team has an opportunity to represent South Africa at the regional competition, which is going to be taking place in Mauritius from the 4th till the 6th of December. Hopefully South Africa wins at that particular level, because what it means is that we can represent the continent at the world competition.
Now we are standing here with incredible minds that have made it this far into the competition. So nice to have you all the way from Limpopo. It's Thrivers of Greenery. Tell us a little bit about this invention and how does it promote sustainability?
The name of our product is Eco-Ecology. Our Eco-Ecology product conveys a commitment to developing and providing an ink that does not only meet high quality standards, but also prioritize environmental sustainability, as it is made from plant-based ingredients such as gum arabic and turmeric. By utilizing with biodegradable materials, eco-friendly ink minimizes health risks. It alleviates the ecological impact of carbon footprint, and it improves indoor air quality.
Hailing all the way from Gauteng, my home province, we have Letsobogo School of Specialization. Ladies, tell me a little bit about the company and also about this invention.
Okay, so our company's name is Greenspark Innovations, and then our product is Angelet. My team and I decided to make a safety bracelet. So like the bracelet has an SOS button that sends an emergency alert to the designated contact and also authorities.
Most personal safety devices don't have an offline tracking system. Ours has an offline tracking system, and it has an integrated camera module, which is one of the first bracelets to have a camera module that documents the user's surroundings, which is like crazy. So it's innovative in a way.
Tell me a little bit about your company and what your product actually is.
So our company name is called Wolf. We have manufactured a biometric device. It detects your heart rate, your pulse, your distance, and it has a unique injury detection feature.
I'd say our innovation is actually helping the future of South Africa because it will help our athletes not to get injured. It also gives them recovery dates as well.
Oh, all in all, those pictures were absolutely stellar. And let me tell you, every single student here deserves to feel like a winner. And tonight, you guys, my Expresso family, get to join me at the award ceremony. However, I don't think I can look like this. I need to change. 1 second.
Such a privilege to be part of the judging panel today at the Young Achievers Awards. You know, seeing all of these young people coming with their ideas and presenting this to us. It was a very difficult decision, I think, reaching eventually category winners. But everybody that was here displayed an immense amount of resilience in getting to this point, and some really, really bright ideas from South Africa's youth.
Very privileged to be here today. I've really enjoyed it, seeing the energy from the young people. For us, entrepreneurship is very important to be learned at the early stage, so that you're not only a job seeker, but a job creator, which is what we need not only in the country, but on the continent, living a life of not only success, but of significance.
Our winners for this evening is... Donessa Tina!
How are you guys feeling? First place winners, we're going to Mauritius. Are you ready?
I'm ecstatic. I don't even know how to speak. I forgot how to speak. I'm just really happy and excited.
Tell me, what does this mean for you?
Well, firstly, it means that I get to be on TV. And secondly, it's a great way for me to actually start believing in my ideas and making a change in the world.
Even though we didn't win the big competition, we still have a lot to work with. So we won the award for project management, which tells me that we have a strong team and we have a team that can improve and we know what we're doing. We're confident. If anything, it gives me more confidence in our team. And then we have this one that tells me public choice. We what the people want to see. We're in demand, sir.
This initiative is really about the stories of over 1,000 young people who have participated in the program. We've said young people matter, they matter to us, and that's why they're at the center of our corporate citizenship strategy.
A night of inspiration and also a night of innovation. And our feel-good family, ABSA, is always in association and spearheading incredible initiatives like this. And to JA South Africa Company of the Year competition, Tenacity, you really outdid yourselves today. And all the grade 10 and 11 learners, we can see the hard work. From me to you, my Expresso viewers, this was absolutely a magical night and we saw the future of our country. Till next time, see you then.
Welcome to our world, Carl. That's Carl trying not to feel completely mundane and ordinary after a bunch of kids have just dominated in their space like that. I absolutely love that. And please, I say kids with all due respect. There's nothing derogatory about that term at all. Being young is amazing, especially if you're embracing the opportunities you get like that.
Yeah,
wow.
do you remember?
Paper routes, maybe. No, look, I was a hustler. I've always been a hustler, man. And the joy is, and I think what often young people don't understand is when you start doing like that at that age, you've actually started your job.
Yeah.
Because your job will change so many times throughout your life. It's what you're doing in your job that you have sustained. You know, that's the journey that you're on, and you've started that. So well done, man. Well done, ABSA, man.
Beautiful. Good work, guys.
There are stories of creators, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
Oh yeah, Mzansi, I'm chilling with my main man, Matt, over here, looking absolutely incredible in his suit, and that's thanks to you, Mzansi, and he has already said thank you, but he wants to extend it even more. But right now, we're talking about some of the cool stuff happening on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we're talking about some cool dance moves, right? Matt, you've got a signature dance move that you showed us earlier. You want to take me through those paces again? How does it go exactly? Okay, so like this, yeah?
No.
No? What do you mean no? What, am I doing something wrong?
You don't even twist your arms. You do it straight in, out.
Okay, straight in.
But you don't move your hips like round. you move them straight in, out with your arms.
All right. Well, clearly, I need to be paying attention to
And
this
then
man.
you do it very quickly.
Okay. Like this?
Yeah?
Yeah. All right. Well, it looks like we're getting some good tips from this man over here. What else is happening right now, man? You got some dance moves coming up?
Yes.
Yes, all right, from some of your...
Students.
We're a little joke. It's not just bad students. We're talking about Labta. The professionals are behind me right now. They are about to showcase something incredible and every reason why you need to. And backed by popular demand, get your tickets for this incredible show. You ready to open up the stage? Do our thing? Wow. Enjoy, Mzansi. Nice, bro. Awesome, Zanzi, welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. What an incredible Monday it has been, filled with inspiration, filled with all the good stuff. So let's keep that theme going right now. And that's why I brought in JP Sebastian.
Dancing, you bring in the most sedentary person who sits in dark rooms for a living.
You give us hope, you give us inspiration, and you give us a lot of reasons to get entertainment boxes ticked. And speaking of, it's the Euro Movies Festival, the movie festival for Europe happening. It happened. Happening?
Word. Yes, it started this weekend already. So European Film Festival in South Africa, this is the 11th one. And by the way, if you Google it, this is the website that you'll see. And it's important that I give you this website because not only are they showing on 2 screens in South Africa, which might not sound like much, it's Ster-Kinekor Rosebank, The Zone, and also the Lobby Theatre in Cape Town. But coolest of all, I know how much we all love free stuff. You can stream 11 of these 14 movies on offer free of charge on the website.
Beautiful. So, everyone is, if it's not for free, it's not for me. Well, we've got you. We've given you an answer. JP's come through. That's why he's here today.
And
nice, man.
It looks like there's something for everyone, and I'll talk about some that caught my eye. And
have you put a little list together for us, maybe?
Well, I haven't seen all of these, and I definitely will be exploiting this possibility. This is what the streaming page looks like, by the way. So I want to see Sweet Dreams because that caught my eye. After that, you'll be taken to a page where you can watch it. So if you just Google Euro Film Fest, it's yours to watch. Aside from those 2 places I mentioned, there are also community viewings from Kailicha to Masipumelele, etc. Just check on the website. All the listings and the information are there. So this one, Sweet Dreams, is the first one that sticks out for me, and this is the offering from the Netherlands. What's important here is that it's the official submission by the Netherlands to the Academy for consideration for an Oscar, I think for next year. So it's not that it's nominated, but it's their country's forerunner.
Okay.
And it's...
and something that they're getting behind as well, right?
Absolutely. So of all the movies that were made in the Netherlands, this is the one they chose to represent them at the World Cup of Film.
Okay.
And so it's this really sickly, from the colors you can see, it's like this weird sweet, which makes sense because it's all set on a sugar plantation in colonial Indonesia.
Yeah, okay.
And this hypnotic sort of exotic look to it. I don't want to abuse that term because that's got its own problems. But the story being is that the master of this plantation, who obviously has one of the ways with one of his servants, has a child with her out of wedlock, of course, and decides in his will to leave it to this child who is obviously half Indonesian, half Dutch, which causes a stir in the family who all had wanted a piece of the pie.
Yes.
They thought that they were all going to get hands on with the plantation, and as you can see, death and chaos ensues, rabbit hole of who's going to backstab who. But what's interesting here is it looks like it's got like a story about feet in 2 different places. So the kid, like I said, being this mixed race situation. I think that at one point they're offered the Indonesian mother and the kid to come back to Europe, and oh, don't worry, we'll make it nice there, we'll seal the deal, and we'll secure the handover. But are they going to get backstabbed themselves? But at the same time, they've got an Indonesian love interest who is like, just come with me. Let's run to the forest. Let's get away from this colonial nonsense. These people, obviously, this movie is really important because somehow the Netherlands has slipped the noose on representation of its colonialism as being nicer, more humane somehow, but obviously it digs deep into the true exploitation and
bringing up some pertinent questions.
The menace. But what's interesting, because obviously on the heels of stuff like Triangle of Sadness, it's got a very satirical look at this. So it's a bit clownish at times by the looks of things, but also really, really beautiful. Next one.
It looks like a beautiful watch indeed. Love to see it. Next up, we've got, is it Io Capitano?
Italian for I am the captain. And as you can tell from the poster already, you're going to deal with something that's dips itself into the realm of magical realism. Another important point here about these European films is, even though this is the Italian representative, and this year at the Oscars, it was nominated. So it was actually at the ceremony.
Notable watch.
Yes, it's huge acclaim that was given to this one. Is what I was saying is particularly notable is even though the Dutch one is from the Netherlands, it's shot in Indonesia, and obviously Io Capitano, which is from Italy, is about life in Senegal trying to make its way to Europe.
Shot in Senegal?
I don't exactly know the particular details, but I know it's the story of 2 cousins who are from Senegal who cross all the way through to Libya into the Mediterranean Sea, and it's that harrowing nightmare journey to try and get to Europe for migrants.
And if you look at the current climate, you understand the tumultuous journey that actually is to get through some of these areas.
I mean,
it's insane.
The Mediterranean is a graveyard.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, aside from that, you have boats of fascists who are trying to stop people get to a more dignified life. Hopefully the movie delves into those colonial themes as well. Io Capitano, like I said, was nominated for an Oscar. It looks gorgeous, but also it looks like it has a touch of, behind the horror of the whole situation, this magical sort of element of mother just hanging over the shoulder, begging him to come back, begging him to stay safe.
Raw but enchanting. That's what I'm getting from this. All right, next on the list, is this violent? It's called Kneecap.
I hope it is as violent as possible, because again, colonial themes. As you can see, Maggie Thatcher with a couple of darts in her face there, rightfully.
And is there a country getting behind this one as well?
Obviously, this is offered by, well, it says Ireland for... a lot of these also went to Toronto International Film Festival, made their debut at Sundance, I think this one did.
Okay.
But this is Ireland's official submission for consideration to the Academy, and it's the true story of a hip-hop group from Ireland who rap in Irish. The language is called Irish. It's not, in fact, Gaelic. They refer to it as the Irish
that's
language.
not very common, right? That's like representing a language that's almost dead.
Again, two worlds within one world kind of thing.
Yeah.
And in terms of almost dead, 80,000 people only speak it in all of the unified Ireland, which ideally it will be unified eventually. And in Northern Ireland, where this is based, it is only, I think, 6,000 people. And these three rappers, who are also the stars in their own biopic, are fluent Irish speakers, and they unwittingly became poster boys for this very militant reclamation of their tongue from the English that suppressed the language, and even to this day, the English politicians in Northern Ireland, or the Unionists, who try to make it a second-class language. So this is Ireland's official offering. This one I'm really excited for. The director was like, it's possibly a sketchy idea, getting rappers to play themselves, but apparently they did a brilliant job, and I am super keen to see this one. This one, sadly, won't be streaming, but it might be because there are such beautiful ones. Hopefully, if we can just show, but because I've eaten too much of my own time here, of the peasants, because that's just beautiful to look at, will be on the big screen as well, with 14 other offerings. The peasants, just look at this drama. Don't worry, I won't speak too much. Fleeting Expresso's time here, but it's 1,000 painters who made this. And especially in a time where like AI is producing
Are you speaking of the cover art that we were just looking at right now?
The entirety of 40,000 paintings to make this movie. Look, use your eyes.
Oh, the actual movie itself. I don't know if you guys are picking this up right now, but if you look and pay attention, it literally looks like a moving painting. And I think that's what JP is referring to.
Poland's offering, and previously they did Loving Vincent, 6 paintings for every second. 100 artists did the keyframes, and then 1,000 artists altogether did all the entirety of the motion. Absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful stuff. Well,
Big
JP Sebastian coming through with an
well.
incredible website. Every reason to get behind this festival. It is
Until
the
the
Eurofest. Taking up until the 20th of October, so you've got a lot of time to cash in on this. Don't tell you we didn't plug you in. It's all for free. It's not for free. It's not for me. Well, we've got you, Mzansi, and we've got you for more magic in just a moment, just after this. But again, JP Sebastian, thank you so much for coming through with the good stuff. Truly appreciate you, man. A good reason to get educated and have some fun. See you after this.
There are stories of believers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Let me tell you, it's just hit the top of the hour. And as you can see, lots of fun stuff still to come your way on Expresso. Right now, though, let's get into that final bit of news for today. Now we get kick-started with your national news. Now, the 5 Soweto children who tragically died after consuming allegedly poisoned snacks have been laid to rest. A 6th child, previously in ICU, has also passed away. His mother, attending the funeral for the other 5 at Naledi Community Hall yesterday, received the heartbreaking news of her son's death while she was there. The children fell ill after reportedly eating food from a spaza shop. Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi stated that law enforcement will thoroughly investigate the poisoning, extending the inquiry to identify the manufacturers of the products involved. Sticking to news nationally, the suspect who shot 7 people in Orange Farm yesterday morning, south of Johannesburg, has died in hospital after apparently turning the gun on himself. Police report that a dispute at a bar between one victim and the bar owner escalated, leading the bar owner to follow the man home, where he shot the 7 victims. Meanwhile, in KwaZulu-Natal, a 33-year-old man has been arrested for allegedly stabbing 5 family members, injuring 2 others during a Saturday evening attack in Bethany Bergville. Several prior domestic violence charges against him has been withdrawn. Taking a look at your international news-making headlines, medical charity MSF has suspended its work in Sudan's Zamzam camp for displaced people, where famine has been confirmed, putting thousands of malnourished children at risk. The suspension follows aid obstructions around nearby Al-Fashir by the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces and the Sudanese Army's systematic blockade of aid to regions outside its control. Now, despite US-led talks in August promising improved access for aid, less than 200 trucks have entered Darfur since mid-August, far short of the 100 needed monthly for Zamzam's 450,000 residents. Meanwhile, Israeli President, or Prime Minister rather, Benjamin Netanyahu, has called on UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres to withdraw peacekeeping forces from southern Lebanon, where the Israeli army is conducting attacks on Hezbollah. Now, the UN condemned these actions after 4 peacekeepers were injured in 2 incidents. The peacekeeping force reported that Israeli tanks breached one of its positions early yesterday morning. The United States has meanwhile announced plans to send troops to Israel, along with an advanced anti-missile system, in a highly unusual deployment aimed at bolstering Israel's air defenses following missile attacks from Iran. Now, for your last bit of news this morning, we close off with this story with an exciting breakthrough. Elon Musk's Starship rocket achieved a world first as its Super Heavy booster was caught mid-air by SpaceX's colossal mechanical arms after returning to the launch pad. This daring feat brings SpaceX closer to creating a fully reusable, rapidly deployable rocket system, marking a historic leap in space exploration. Now, engineers cheered as the booster, which had slim odds of landing successfully, slotted smoothly into the launch's tower arms. The booster's precision landing followed a suspenseful journey from space, while the rocket's upper part, the ship, successfully splashed down in the Indian Ocean. SpaceX's bold ambitions to conquer the moon and Mars are now more real than ever. That's where we leave your news for today. Let's have a final look at your sports with Graham.
I know a bit of mixed feelings about all of the sporting stories this morning, but let's start with the T20 Cricket World Cup, where holders Australia have secured a tense 9-run victory over India to lock in their semi-final spot in the Women's T20 World Cup, despite the absence of their talismanic skipper Alyssa Healy due to a foot injury. But Grace Harris was the one who stepped up with a top score of 40. Tahila McGrath also adding 32 as Australia posted 151 for 8. In reply, India managing 142 for 9, thus extending Australia's tournament winning streak to 15. They are going to be tough to beat. And yes, it does hurt to look at the table. So let's turn to another sport and tennis. And he's had the most phenomenal year. World number 1 Jannik Sinner claimed another stunning victory over 24-time Grand Slam champion Novak Djokovic, winning 7-6, 6-3 to capture the Shanghai Masters title. So Sinner secured a key break in that second set that made all the difference, sealing the win in 1 hour and 37 minutes, denying Djokovic his 100th career singles title. This victory adding to Sinner's impressive season, which includes includes 2 Grand Slam titles and maintaining the top spot in the rankings since June. Now, tough to approach the rugby results this Monday morning as well. It was a weekend of mixed results for the South African franchises in United Rugby Championship action. So the Bulls, they triumphed 29-19 over the Ospreys in Wales, despite finishing with about half the team on the field. In fact, 12 players on the field. While the Lions, they secured a morale-boosting 23-19 win against the Dragons in Newport. However, the Sharks, they suffered a heavy 38-10 defeat at the hands of Benetton in Italy. And then the Stormers fell 38-7 to Edinburgh in Scotland, so not the greatest tour. But let's take it off the field for a moment and share in the love. Springbok fly half Mani Lebok and his beautiful wife Verna recently shared a glimpse of their romantic wedding in Mossel Bay, held last weekend at the picturesque Seaplas in Grootbrakrivier. So the couple, engaged since July last year, they tied the knot in what looked like a nice intimate ceremony with family and friends. And according to media reports, Lebok will now take some time off from rugby to enjoy a honeymoon with Verna. Certainly hard and well earned, and this means he'll miss the Stormers' upcoming match up against Munster next weekend. I'm sure the team could have used him over this last weekend, but he has earned the right to go and revel in the joys of love. So congratulations to the newlywed couple. That's where we leave our sport for now. Let's get into the traffic.
Thank you so much, G-Man. And yes, one last time, let's see how we can serve you when it comes to all things traffic. A lot of you heading out on the roads, and if you are in Midrand, Gauteng, there's back-to-back traffic, which is still being experienced south of the N1. So again, delays are expected, so please do plan your route accordingly and allow for added travel time. And just another reminder, I think anybody else heading out on the roads, remember to exercise caution while driving through. We move over to Somerset West in Cape Town now, and there is congestion on the N2 outbound at Victoria. Now, minor delays are expected, and again, as you can see from the visuals, please remember to drive safely. I think anybody heading out on the roads this morning, buckle up, stay safe, and plan accordingly. From the road to the sky, let's find out now what's happening one last time in the world of weather. And welcome to the world of weather. One last time, we dive into all things weather related, and the South African Weather Service has issued a yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms with lightning, strong winds, hail and heavy rain in the northeastern Free State, the northwestern KwaZulu-Natal and eastern Mpumalanga. Now, a similar warning for wind and waves is in effect between Cape Agulhas and Alexander Bay, causing navigation difficulties. Now, on top of this, extremely high fire danger conditions are also expected over parts in the Northern Cape, the Free State, the Northwest, Gauteng, and Limpopo. Now, additionally, a heat wave with persistently high temperatures is forecast for Gauteng, Limpopo, Mpumalanga, Northwest, and the Free State Central and Eastern parts. Well, from our weather news, our final edition of our sunrise view of the hour. And look at this incredible shot all the way from Sinintemba, from JHB. Sinintemba, thank you so much for this one. What an iconic view you've got here. Looks like it's on top of a building showcasing either some skyscrapers or just a beautiful landscape. Whatever it is, I'm here for it, and it's iconically shot. So Sinintemba, thank you so much. You have won our shot of the morning. It's an absolute banger. And a reminder, Mzansi, we do it all again tomorrow morning. The number is 0634088863. With that little dose of inspiration, let's dive into a look at what temperatures we can expect on your side of town one last time. Enjoy.
Ray, if I could tell you one thing, if I had one wish right now, I would be in Uppington because bring on the warm weather. Oh my goodness, I want some sunshine.
I thought
in
you were
my
going to
life.
send me to Uppington. You're like, one wish, I'm just going to send you to Uppington. It's a great place. Okay, I absolutely love Uppington, and it could be even better today if you were running around with a certain little tidy amount of money. I'm talking about 460,000 Rand. That is the Daily Lotto jackpot today. So please don't miss out. Get your tickets now.
Absolutely, and there's so many ways you could do so. For that small amount of close to $500,000, you could do it in-store on nationallottery.co.za. That's the website, or on the mobile app. Cell phone banking is available to you, or simply dial *120 *7529# for all USSD.
And we'll keep all of those deets up on the Expresso socials, so you can go check them out, and then just panda push a play for 460,000 Rand, and it could be yours today. All the best of luck. In fact, we're going to start a kind of celebratory dance right now, just in lieu of you winning that a massive amount of money. And we love Lambda. We love what they represent. They're an incredible dance outfit, and their latest production going on at the Theatre of the Bay up until the 26th of October is titled Hollywood.
Hollywood, baby. And right now we're going to get a taste of what you can experience by a piece called The Audition. It's one of my favorite songs by one of my favorite artists, Mika with Grace Kelly. I'm going to sing along over here while they take on over.
All right, quiet on the set.
Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
I want to talk to you.
The last time we talked, Mr. Smith, you reduced me to tears. I promise you it won't happen again.
Do I attract you? Do I repulse you with my queasy smile? Am I too dirty? Am I too flirty? Do I like what you like? I could be wholesome, I could be loathsome, guess I'm a little bit shy. Why don't you like me? Why don't you like me without making me try? I try to be like Grace Kelly, but all her looks were too sad. So I tried a little Freddie. I've got an entity mind. Tried a little Freddie. I'm gonna dance to me.
To the brave hearts who persevere against all odds, we salute you. Along with Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave, we're inspiring hope across South Africa this Hopetober. Stand to win 1,500 Rand every weekday by answering the Hopetober competition question on Expresso's social media pages throughout the month of October, using hashtag Hopetober and hashtag Sponsors of Brave. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is a beautiful day across the land, so we want to embrace it. And whether you're at a summer braai or hanging out with some friends, this game is sure to bring the fun, okay? So Carissa and Ryle will take on a light-hearted ping-pong challenge with a surprising twist in store. So let's see who's got the skills, who had the more misspent youth, I think is the way that we play this game, and we're going to have a little bit of fun with it. So, team, I think you know, it's the pong, okay? So we got the cups. You're going to be taking turns bouncing your ping pong ball into the set of cups, okay? The twist, every time you get it in, okay? If you've won, you get to taste what it is, okay? And you will confirm the points by guessing the flavor.
The flavor?
Okay, and if you don't get the flavor right, then you don't get the point.
Wow.
I'm going to be hectic. Wow, you want to be spicy like that? So she minuses 5 points from you every time. No, I'm joking, I'm joking. We want to try and keep it as fair and equal. Remember, he got beaten by Zoe 3,472 times,
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I'm still dealing with it, actually.
It's PTSD,
Why did
okay?
you bring it up, bro?
I'm sorry, man, I'm sorry. She can't hear you. She's in Australia, but she can't hurt you anymore. She can't hurt you. Okay, and we're going to have a little fun, and obviously we're having a whole lot of fun with our Tropica because it looks a little bit different. It is in a can, the ultimate refreshment for any fun-filled activity. And of course, we have got Dimitri and Matthew to make sure that there are no shenanigans.
Teacher? I saw you look over.
You see what I'm saying?
I
You
do.
see what
They're
I'm
like
saying?
judges. They're like hectic judges here. You can't fault them.
Judgerach, they are very judgy, and we want you. So, gents, I need you to watch
We're
these
looking at
two.
the cans.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I saw you went.
Ooh, yeah. And that's exactly the face that Raul made as well, okay?
Tongue out and everything. All right.
Okay,
let's
so
do this.
just so we're aware, we've got 3 gorgeous flavors. We've got mango and peach, which I think might be winning for me. Pineapple, I also absolutely love. And then the OG orange. They look beautiful. Can they deliver? And I'm talking about you guys, not the drinks. Okay, who's going to go first?
I need some extra luck here. So, Dimitri, Matt, can I ask you to rub some luck on my balls here, please? Yes.
Hey, yo,
Come
that
on.
sounds
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds sus.
Yeah, exactly, buddy. I was going to say something similar to that.
It does, but it's okay. We'll go.
luckily
We'll
I
move on.
held
We'll
it
move
in.
on.
Okay, go for it.
Who's going first, by the way?
You clearly have to go
When
first
I have
after that.
After all that luck, yeah.
When a man has lucky balls, he's got to use
Lucky
them.
ball, let's go.
Go for it.
Okay.
It's
I'll be
got
ready to catch it,
Dimitri
'cause
and
you're
Matt's
not
like,
gonna
this
get
is
it in.
definitely going in. There's no way I can let my boys down. 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
Dimitri!
Okay, so you threw it, you didn't bounce it, okay?
Okay, so I
But
get
I'm
to
gonna
taste
give it
this.
to you.
Is that what you're supposed to do?
I
Minus
don't
5
know.
Oh, we're
points.
supposed to bounce it. Okay, we just call it like a
Okay,
warm-up.
Carissa's going to taste this.
Oh,
Warm-up,
I
a
must
warm-up.
taste
We'll call that a warm-up.
Do your balls lying here?
Yeah.
But they were lucky.
Okay, good. Because if we were using the cans, if she were to go, then he would see the flavor of the can.
True,
Exactly,
very true,
you
very
see.
true. You're a smart
Oh, I'm
one, Matt.
supposed to guess. I was just
Yeah.
literally drinking this. Okay, let's.
Because I might just give you his point.
That one is definitely orange.
I have no way of being able to corroborate your story. So yes,
me see if
Carissa,
that's
it is.
true.
Well done.
I'm winning.
Okay.
What do you think? Was she telling the truth?
Thank you,
Yeah.
Dimitri.
Okay,
Dimitri
thank
says
you.
yes.
Yeah, Dimitri's
I
my
say
guy.
yes.
And he can't lie. Okay,
Okay.
well done. I'm going to
Gotta
give
bounce
you
it and
his
put it
point,
in.
hey? Okay,
Yeah, you
like
have
that.
to
Okay.
bounce
I've gotta
it,
bounce
otherwise
it.
We're gonna go
it's
for the
no
bounce.
Thank you. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Maddie.
Ooh,
Oh, shame.
Sabotage.
that was close.
Oh,
that was
shame.
close.
There's no minus points.
Thank you, boy.
appreciate
Thank you.
that.
Otherwise,
you.
that's unfair.
It's unfair.
It is.
But then
Even
you're
if I
going to get all the
introduced it.
potholes and he's just going to bounce.
I hate to say it, Math, but life is unfair, okay? Just get used to it, kid.
It's
Okay,
going to
go
be
for
the
it.
3,586.
3, 2,
You actually remember that
1.
number?
Oh, much
shame.
power.
What don't you want
Anyway.
Power.
to taste?
So I let you guys down. Let's go.
Okay, Raul, you're going to have a little
All right.
taste there. Please,
I'll do
but
the
taste
first-
it so the gents can see your face
Okay,
to
gents,
see whether you're lying
you
or
can
not.
see the color. Any guesses so far?
I can already see the actual.
Do you want to smell it? You can smell something. I think I can guess it from here. Dimitri, wanna have a
She's like,
smell?
not a chance, man.
Smells
So
good.
then
But
either
you look.
I don't want
So
your second-hand
technically-
Tropica.
mango, peach, orange, or pineapple.
Ooh, that's definitely. That's mango peach for sure.
Okay.
Mango peach for sure, man.
Let
You
me
getting
check
that?
the
Oh, yeah, I know you
cans.
can smell it.
Mango
It's
peachiness. We got our esteemed judge coming to check in here.
He's just
Let me
recently
check-
got a job at Pricewaterhouse
What do you reckon? You
Cooper,
wanna check it out?
and he's an auditor.
Nope, mango peach.
Man,
That's what he said.
that's what I said.
He got
Exactly.
it.
That's what he was
I'm
saying.
looking at the cans and I thought you said orange. but
Oh,
actually
you said
orange.
mango, peach.
Thanks for
He
verifying
can be
for me,
confusing
man.
like that. I
Thanks,
like it.
man.
Okay, he gets the first point
Right.
in the bag. Carissa,
Okay,
come
let's
on.
see.
Come on, Chris.
You got the
who's going
hopes
next?
and dreams of two young gentlemen
Dimitri,
sitting
I'm not
on your
gonna let you
shoulders.
down,
Come on.
okay?
I'm on your side.
Are
here.
you though?
I'm just
Oh, you know what? The cups were skew.
Through the gap.
saying. Yeah, that's a. I think that's a rethrow because that was like a big hole.
Yeah.
Come on, we can do this.
Oh, that
One
was
more. One more.
just. Yeah, well done, well done.
Okay.
Is it the same one?
The same one.
It's the way
It's
she
the
just
one.
missively throws your balls back to you that
And it's still orange.
it's still
That's
orange
still
and
Yeah,
she's
so
still
now
going to
you
enjoy it.
get a point because he did it.
Twice.
So I think we're on equal points now.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Okay.
give you one
Yeah,
point
1-1.
each, but we'll confer with our auditors officially after this.
Sudden death.
Oh!
Oh,
Wait,
that's-
okay, I'll tell you what. If you can knock it in with your other ball,
It's a team effort.
That's all right. Matt, do you want to maybe try this one out? Do you want to taste it or should I keep doing the honors? Do you think you got what it takes?
I want to taste it.
Oh, okay. Matt's going to go for a taste. So
Dimitri,
you-
look at his face now. Make sure he's not lying.
Dimitri,
Please.
you can see the color there's a bit different to the other one, right? The other one was orange. This one looks a bit
And?
like
I
yellow.
already know this.
What do you think it is?
Orange.
It's orange.
It smells like orange.
Yeah, it's definitely orange. I can
There you
smell
go.
orange.
If it smells
Yeah,
like
it definitely
orange,
is.
okay, and
Right,
it looks like orange,
We
it
got
must
orange.
be orange. So here's the joys. I know it can be a little confusing when you see something new, like new packaging. The convenient grab and go can make Tropica perfect for any event. You can just pop it in the cooler and take it with you, whether you're indoors, whether you're outdoors. You can make it refreshing. It is so easy to carry. It's your companion for any occasion, just like Ryle and Carissa. Okay, so we're drawn. I'm going to give you each one more turn.
Okay, I got
Okay,
it.
go.
You gotta get it. You gotta get it.
Oh,
Come on, you gotta get one more chance because
Come
Dimitri's
on.
gotta have a taste as well.
Yay!
Dimitri, this one's for you, bro.
Thanks,
you get the winning cup. You get to enjoy that. Any guesses on the flavor? What do you think it is? Is it mango?
Pineapple?
Is it pineapple? Is it orange?
Have a sniff at it first.
Smells like orange, he says.
And I think orange is for the win, but
Yeah,
whatever
we
your
gotta
flavor
win it.
preference,
Nice, bro.
we got
Nice.
you covered. And if you're looking for a fun way to enjoy time with family and friends, and our family is certainly getting bigger today, this might just be your new favorite game. And of course, you can tune into Tropica Island of Treasure Zanzibar for the real deal, the real games, every Saturday, 6:30 p.m. right here on S3, repeating Monday at 9 p.m. on SABC1. And the games have been hectic this year. In fact, I think it's been the best season yet. Well done, team. Well done.
Hey! Right, trick shot from behind my bros. Finishing strong. Let's go.
Discover the chill of Tropica, the original smooth. Same great taste always. And because Tropica can, it's now in a can. Nothing smoother. Go on, try it now.
The fun and games just absolutely continues here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. I got some of that stickiness on my hands right now, but and speaking of hands, I think it's time for another episode of Handy Heroes. Yeah, today it's the experts that are coming through, and they are all the way from Shaves, Paint and Decor in Pinetown. Now, they're going to be sharing their DIY hacks and valuable paint tips, which I know we could all do with as the new season approaches, and it's everything to help make our next DIY as easy as 1, 2, 3. And that was pretty easy.
Powered by Plascon, today's handy hero comes from Shaves, Paint and Decor in Pinetown.
This store has been around for many, many decades. In the early 1900s, the store has been here, situated in the heart of obviously Pinetown. I think the main thing that makes me proud, I've been here for 23 years. This store has been the longest store in the entire range of all the shave stores that we have. We aim to obviously make our customers happy whenever they walk in. We never want to see them walk out with nothing in their hand. So when they come in, we make sure that we try and service them as much as we can. We offer technical services, on-site advice, and all of that. And the list goes on and on and on. So the reason this store would be your #1 place to come to get Plascon products would be #1, your price. #2, our stocks. We've always got stock of all the Plascon range that they basically carry. And technical advice. The main thing I like about the Plascon brand is it's been around for many, many years. I remember from my childhood as well, experience, you just know the brand. The brand sort of sells itself. My favorite Plascon product would be Plascon Velvoglow, a versatile product for various substrates, wall surfaces, timber surfaces, your doors, frames, and you can even use it on your metal substrates. One of the DIY tips would be the main thing I think a lot of clients sort of get a little bit confused would be choosing your right roller. You choose the wrong roller, you may get the wrong finish. You choose the right roller, and your house will come out looking world class.
Today's Handy Heroes is powered by Plascon Wall and All. Unmatched dirt, stain, water and fade resistance to keep your walls beautiful for years. Plascon, together we've got this.
I told you, it really was that easy. 1, 2, 3, and you could be a hero in your own home by sprucing it up, changing the occasion, and converting your sanctuary into something special. And that's obviously all the options that you have. So what are you waiting for? Velvoglow is an incredible product that you can use. If you haven't already, it makes everything such a breeze. And with those colors and with those options and with the tips that you have there, what's more to look forward to than all that magic? So wishing you nothing but the best of luck as you transform your sanctuary into nothing but a haven that everybody can enjoy. Speaking of enjoyment, a lot to look forward to on your Feel Good Breakfast Show after this from Zanzi. So don't go anywhere. We're making Monday feel like a Friday, and you just need to stick around for more. See you soon.
Handy Heroes, powered by Plascon. We've got this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Matthew, yes, is coming for my job, and I am more than willing to hand over the reins. So, in fact, we thought let's bring him in here for a little Q&A. And perfect timing, because we've got a family man sat down on this couch who is just expressing his love and passion for his beautiful child and his gorgeous wife in the best way that he can through considerable musical talent. I'm talking about Len Miller. He is a very obviously talented musician and songwriter, but also known as a man who is deeply passionate about his family. So he plugs in perfectly today, especially his role as father. And it comes with no surprise that his latest EP, Aranda en Engela, Eagles and Angels, for those of us, is dedicated to his wife and son. I want to give you just a little bit of a taste, Matthew. Take a listen to this. Oh man, if only we all had musical talents like that to express our love. Can we get a round of applause, a feel-good round of applause, Len Miller? Thank you. I'm sorry, but we pulled out a bit of a trump card here. So Matthew is a dreamer from Reach for a Dream, but he has proven himself today, because part of his dream is to be on TV, and he's absolutely smashing it. So we've invited him in to ask some questions, but I'm going to kick it off if you don't mind, Matthew.
Yeah,
thanks, man. They've even replaced me in our main photo now with his face, man. Come on. I know the journey of parenthood. It's before and after. It really is. And when you get to have the emotional language like you guys do when you create music, you're giving us that emotional language to understand the relationships. How do you feel about your family now that you see this relationship playing out in the gorgeous songs, this body of work that you've created?
Yeah, I think it's a very strange thing, because everybody tells you life changes, you know?
Yeah.
And I think we had the conversation the last time, and I thought, you know, I'll take 3 years off from touring, and I thought my inspiration will just run dry. I won't be writing any music, but then it kind of inspired more music, more than I would expect, you know? So that's where these songs come from. It comes from family life and being a full-time dad, trying to be there and trying to do what I believe needs to be done, you know? So yeah, I think it really inspired a whole bunch of like in-depth kind of richer music that I never expected, which was amazing, yeah. And I think it comes from the love, and it comes from the hard times, because the music really was inspired not just by good times, you know, hard times, the difficult times. And I think that makes it deeper and it makes it more relatable.
Yeah, completely. And everyone is going through something, as Matthew and I have identified.
I must say, he looks very chill. He looks like he's been doing this for years.
But that's what I'm saying. He's been doing this to us all morning, man. So don't take it the wrong way. Matt, is there anything you'd like to ask me?
Don't take it any personal. I want to ask why you named it Eagles and Angels.
That's a good question.
It really is.
Yeah, very good question. So the whole EP was inspired by my family, and my son is called Arend, which is eagle, and then Angel is just a reference to my wife, which is an angel in my life, you know.
Did you have to do that to be able to name your son Eagle, which then write a song about your wife calling her Angel?
That was actually came from my wife. She was inspired to call him Arend, which is like, you know, eagle obviously in Afrikaans. So yeah, and I think that came from a whole bunch of prayers and a whole bunch of, you know, hopes and dreams we have for him, which is also inspired in the music. So
I love that, man. Is it too late to go back and change my son's name? Are we allowed to do that? I'm going to just... what else would you like to...
Change my name next.
You might maybe officially do it. What else would you like to know, man?
I'd also like to know, how long have you been doing music for?
Great question. I actually have been doing it for about 15, 14 years, but full-time for the last 10 years. I've quit my job about 10 years ago and I started doing it full-time, managing other artists, but also writing my own music and touring. So it's been a decade.
Ask him what took so long. Why it takes so long?
What took so long?
I was going to ask, in your album, have you got like 50, 60 songs?
Well, in my repertoire, maybe close to 60 songs, yes. But at the moment, this album is 5 songs, and I must tell you, it took about 11 months to write, and then about 5 months to record and, you know, get the marketing in place. So it takes a lot for 5 songs, so you can imagine.
And when you talk about accessibility, it's almost like becoming a father. You've just broken down all the barriers. It's multilingual. Everyone is welcome. There is something very special about this. Was there an intent behind that? Or do you just feed off what the music gives you? How do you go about kind of putting an album or an EP together?
I think at a stage in your life, you come to a place where you need to challenge yourself. You need to take yourself out of your comfort zone. And I've always been a guy who tries to do that, to try and grow more. Because I think if you stay in your comfort zone, doing the kind of music that you are comfortable doing, then you never grow. So this is also the first time that I've dabbled in English songs. You know, I've always predominantly made Afrikaans music. Most of my albums are Afrikaans, but this is the first time I've recorded some English songs. And yeah, it's been such a challenge, but what an incredible journey, because now more people can get to know my music.
Completely, man. What do you think? Has he done all right?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
I say that a million times.
Wow.
But I do have one last question.
Go for it.
Go for it.
Did you make the album because you thought it was nice to put it all together for the future and your son to start maybe writing in the future?
That's definitely something that I have in mind. Obviously, I have the idea that my son will listen to my music one day, hopefully. He likes rap a lot, so I'm not doing rap. No, let's hope. But it's always been something that I feel I need to do. When you have a gift in your life, you're not supposed... I heard this nice quote saying, an apple tree doesn't eat his own apples, meaning that an apple tree makes apples for someone else to enjoy. So I think my musical gift and the ability to write songs is not for myself or for my own gain, it's for someone else. So if you want to inspire someone, use the gifts that you've been given, like presenting, and give it to someone else and share it with the world, because I think that's, if we all do that, we're all going to be richer in life.
How do you like them apples? Buddy, I think he's earned the right to perform now, hey? You can do it. Go for it. Len,
Thanks,
the
guys.
stage is all yours. Well, I'm just going to concede defeat. Matthew's taken my job, and I'm perfectly okay with that. Some beautiful questions there, Guy. Hey? How did that feel? Pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's just owning. It's owning the studio space now completely. Well, I hope you are in that same lane right now. When we talk about the emotion of Len and how he's able to translate that through his music, this is going to be beautiful. It's going to be powerful. And yes, it's probably going to make you miss your family if you're not with them right now. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, bringing us just a taste of his incredible new EP, it's Len Muller.
All right. All right, my name is Len Miller, and this is my song called Jy's Okay.
Vind weer jouself, dwaal in die rigting van die ewige stryd. Moenie bang wees vir niks nie, en laat jou oor toe gaan. Voel jou pyn diep tot hier binne, en het is lang al uitgelê, asof tyd nie bestaan nie, en laat dit soveel meer wat jy kan leer uit hierdie stof en seer, en weer probeer as jy net op kan staan. Jy's okay. Al voel jy soms so klein, is jy nog jy met 'n gebreekte hart, nou aan beklei, al het jy alles gegee. Jy's okay. Van die rigting van die ewige lig, en daar is niks om te vrees nie, en daar is soveel meer wat jy kan leer uit hierdie stof en seer, en weer probeer as jy net op kan staan. Jy's okay. Al voel jy soms so klein, is jy nog jy met 'n gebreekte hart, nou aan beklei, al het jy alles jou oor toe gaan en laat dit asem hou.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. There's a few minutes left on your feel-good breakfast show, and we're going to fill it with some good times when it comes to good gaming there. Because if you're a smooth fan, I've got something for you. Now, episode 3 of Tropica Island of Treasure Zanzibar aired this past Saturday, and it was yet another thrilling adventure. Let me tell you, I think, like to Gray's point earlier, that this might just be the best season yet. We've got to get into some good stuff. Now, last Monday, Raul took on over and showed us, led the way in a blasting game inspired by episode 2's challenge, Back Bucket Booty. And now, World Sports Betting, as well as Space Salad Studios, have teamed up again with Tropica Island of Treasure to elevate the experience even further with this week's challenge. And I hope you're ready, gents.
Did you charge Raul's phone this time?
I charged it to at least 70%. So I think we're good.
Nice. That helps the game experience a lot, guys.
And this game is going to be a lot of fun. Let me tell you, guys are going to enjoy it. It's a collaboration that basically invites viewers to immerse themselves directly in the show's excitement. So as Anele and the team is going, you get to play along as well, changing the way that we connect with reality TV. And don't forget, you can still catch a chance to win your share of 60,000 Rand by visiting wsbwinners.co.za. Are you ready to play along?
I'm confused just looking at the picture. I'm like, I feel like it's setting me up for failure.
So
it looks good. Okay,
Well,
what do we have to
listen,
do?
out in Zanzibar, they've got a big Maasai culture, and archery is a big part of what they do. And so the guys got taught how exactly to shoot bow and arrow. And that's what we're going to do today. So you got this thing, right? And then you're going to have to aim for it, and then it shoots.
You have to draw back and stuff as well?
You just kind of move the phone around.
Boom. Okay.
So this is just testing
this is a
out like your
practice.
direction first, right? Getting
Clearly,
calibrated.
Whoa.
clearly she's not very
Oh,
good
look,
at that.
shame. It gave you a little tutorial. It was like, okay, I think.
And then you got to get your target and you shoot it.
Oh.
And then it kind of tells you the centered number on the target represents the point value. So
Go
I'm
for
doing
it.
pretty good so far.
You are. Oh,
But
shame.
the orange one,
Bit of a ray gun.
multiple.
Oh, nice.
multiple hits actually makes it break.
You say it like we're listening to what you're saying. Both Ryan and I
3,
being
2, 1,
typical
okay.
kids.
Oh, I
just
should have
wanting
passed
to
the
play.
seat. But 1.5 minutes.
I just
Yeah.
want to play.
1.5 minutes.
Okay,
go,
so
go,
can I
go,
go?
go. Yes.
Go for it.
Oh, whoa, that's not that easy, actually.
Between.
It actually
Nice.
gets more challenging.
Between. Nice.
So in the game, this is an elimination challenge.
That's
so
not the real
team-
sound. I promise you it's not
Is
the
it
real
not? I
sound.
keep it going. It sounds. These things are
You
moving.
got sent home
Whoa,
because
they're
of this.
moving now. Whoa.
Oh,
You got it, you got it.
no one gazes.
Oh.
And come on.
Oh.
No one gets away.
Wow, well
Feeling
done.
like that-
Oh, there's
Get the 4
a
points,
Tropica
get the
4.
4.
Get the 4.
Four.
Multiple times, multiple times.
One more.
Boom.
Come on, yes.
Yeah.
Guys, these things are stacked out here.
Sure.
There's a tenner.
Oh, you're giving me vertigo.
Come on.
Calm down.
Come on.
Raul, you're really good at this. For a first timer,
Oh.
Someone spends a lot of time on the beach.
What's that thing over there? Should I shoot
Seven.
it?
Shoot it,
What is
shoot it,
that?
shoot it,
Shoot it.
Do it. Just, it's asking for trouble. It's a
Should it-
bowling ball.
Oh.
No-
Whoa, the
Oh,
wall
nice.
went purple. Did I shoot a grape
Sneaky.
over the...
no, I
Oh.
think it's like doubling up your points or something.
Oh, I think you get like cute little in-game sneaky things. Boom, boom, boom. Go.
Yeah, it can go in
Keep
slow-mo or speed up as well.
Nice.
Guys, I am so hooked.
I think you missed your calling, dude.
I know, all this time I just needed a bow
20
and arrow.
seconds.
Get the purple
Hey!
cup. Yeah, get the grape.
Yes.
Let me
Guys,
tell you,
I'm
you are on
absolutely hooked.
300 points right now.
Am I close to like the top score
Yeah,
leaderboard?
no, but you say that now. Remember last time we went to the
Yeah,
top score, we were
12,000.
we were like 175. Woo! And then it was 12,420 was the highest score.
Well done, Ryle.
Oh my word, I'm absolutely in the zone
Could you get
here.
it to 500?
We're running out of
Let's
time.
try.
Come
Oh,
on,
500.
543. Come on, come
Ding,
on,
ding,
come on,
ding.
come on.
Well done.
Very good, man. Very good.
Wow.
Very good.
That was amazing.
Right?
Hey.
Wow.
Now just remember, this was actually an elimination challenge in the game. So whoever lost in the actual game,
I'm just gonna do
Yeah.
it.
Oh, and I
Not
can
gonna tell
see
you who it
how much
was.
fun you'd
You
have.
had to-
Oh,
I
it's
didn't even
inverted.
know how the game works, and I already got hooked straight into it. And I'm sure you're going to lose G-Man right now as he
Rude.
loses himself in this game. But I think this
Go,
is
go,
such
go.
a cool thing for anybody that has any sort of idea
Come to
of
me,
what
come
fun
to me,
is.
my little friend.
Get involved in this. It's going to change your whole perspective. Nice, dude.
It's obviously a lot smaller on the phone. I'm like looking at the big TV, like, how are
Look
you
at the
even?
TV.
Come on, whoa, whoa, whoa. Come here,
Oh,
come here,
nice,
come here, come here.
nice.
Ha, come here. Oh, I
Hit
see
that
you
four, hit
four.
that
I see you four.
1, 2, 3.
Bam, 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 bam,
well,
bam, bam,
listen, you're
bam,
already
bam,
on
bam.
60 points.
I've gone.
You got
I've
to
gone
get the
full
green
ga-
one. Get
I've
the
got
green
full
in the
gangster.
back.
Come here. Da, da, da. Where is it?
Jesus, rapid fire.
I've gone sideways. The bow and arrow's gone sideways now. Now I'm just like diving. Oh, I don't think I
that's
beat your
all right.
500, but that was very good.
Thank you, man. Did you?
I was just throwing arrows out of my quiver. I think I just threw the quiver at the whole thing. That was great. What a cool little
done.
game.
Nice,
man.
Nicholas. Very nice.
Oh, man,
Yeah,
I'm
that
so
was
proud
cool.
of
I like
you.
it.
And listen, you can also get in on that fun. Remember that you could do this along with watching something really exciting, which of course is Tropica Island of Treasure. All you have to do is visit wsbwinners.co.za now to start playing for your chance to win a share of 60,000
Nice.
Rand. And if you missed the excitement of episode 3 this past Saturday, catch the repeat tonight, okay? Take this as your warning. SABC 1, 9 o'clock. We will see you there.
Well, we feel like we've won the lottery today. We've had Reach for a Dream here, and Dimitri, Matt have just been absolutely amazing to spend time with. So I feel like I have won, so I'm going to leave the winning over to someone else.
Okay, well, let me tell you how you can win this Monday. Could just be your big payday, baby. Play Daily Lotto for an estimated 460,000 Rand jackpot. And to find out, all you have to do is really go to the store and buy your tickets. So you could do that in store, or you could go to the nationallottery.co.za website. There's the mobile app, there's cell phone banking, or simply just dial *120 *7529# for USSD.
Yeah, listen, we want you to get this money, so we're going to make it even easier for you. We're going to put all the details on our social media Expresso pages right now, so you can go check it out and get yourself in the running to play the lotto for an estimated 460,000 Rand in jackpots today. So get yourself in the running to win big, baby. Find out, push up, play, and find out. This might be your day, but only if you play.
And we want to press play on something right now.
Big time. We've got Len Miller in studio. Obviously, he is reveling in the love of family and a very different looking future now. And we love him in the dad role, especially when he brings us music like this. It's Verwachtings.
Alright, ek is Len Miller en hierdie is Verwachtings.
Kleurvolle verwachtings kom en skilder jou gedagtes op die mure van my hart, jou oë, jou lippe slaan my asem weg. Ek wens ek kon verduidelik, as jy glimlag dan verdwyn ek vir 'n oomblik net soos mis hier voor die môreson. Dan skryf ek oor die klanke van jou stem, net om jou te ken. Uit ons jare, as jou glimlach my weer bring waar ek rus kan vind. Ek wens ek kon verduidelik, as jy glimlach dan verdwyn ek vir 'n oomblik net soos mis hier voor die môreson. Dan gly ek oor die klanke van jou stem, net om jou te ken. Want as jy kyk, alles wit en swart en geel en grys om my, en als wat my bekommer in 'n droom gelees, als wat jy nog gaan wees. Want as jy kyk vir my, weet ek dat die lewe saam met jou nou begin in 'n droom. Jy nog gaan wees. Ja, die onskuld van jou hande is soos ongerepte lande, as jou vrede my weer wys wie ek eintlik is. En alles is so duidelik, as ek weet dat jy aan my dink, net die hemel self verstaan die liefde wat ons bind. Want ons gly ek oor die klanke van jou siel, om jou te sien. En as jy kyk vir my, raak alles wit en swart en geel en grys om my, en als wat my bekommer in 'n droom gelees, als wat jy nog gaan wees. Ja, as jy kyk vir my, weet ek dat die saam met jou nou begin in 'n droom gelees, als wat jy nog gaan wees. jy nog gaan wees. Want as jy kyk vir my, weet ek dat die lewe saam met jou begin. In 'n droom gelees.
Len Muller, ladies and gentlemen, Arendtsen Engela is out, a beautiful name, and for his son, Arendt. Okay, yes, you can go and change your child's name to Eagle if you want. You're allowed to do that. Dimitri, have you got the ball? Because this whole time I've been trying to design a way to nick your ball. So just hang on to that nice and tight, gents. We love the fact that you guys have delivered today. Matt, I've got to ask you, because you clearly are coming for my job, dude. Now that you've had a taste of live TV, will we see you come back here, do you think?
I hope I can.
Do you want to?
And he still plays it cool, eh? He still plays it cool.
I'm not saying I am coming back, but I hope I do come back.
Okay.
And he's playing the game as well. I love it, man. No, it's been absolutely so special having both of you here. Can you please tell us what's on these skewers, Raul?
Yeah, man. So what we started off with was watermelon, melon, and pineapple. And we put something spicy on, something sweet, something sour, and it's absolutely perfect for your Mondays. So get involved, Mzansi. Every dose of inspiration came through today, and I think it's thanks to our superstars here. So, Dimitri, I'm going to see some more signatures on that ball soon with all the famous people that you're going to be meeting. I look forward to that. Look forward to you taking G-Man's job. Yes? And look forward to you having...
I'm coming for your job.
Oh, he's coming.
You've already done it, my friend. You've already done it. Well, hopefully your cup is as full as ours. We'll see you again tomorrow morning. Don't forget how much we love you.
Bye.
Adios.
Let's eat, guys.
You guys. Well done. Good job.